continues to make history. We are live, man. The fallout from All Out in Cincy. AEW walked into the jungle. Adam Cole, baby! And Daniel Bryan, their first Dynamite appearances, with Daniel Bryan staring face to face with Kenny Omega. MJF burned the jungle to the ground. Malachi Black takes out the older Rhodes brother. And Minoru Suzuki in the main event against the hometown boy in John Moxley. Jesse and I are back live on the only post show you need in the internet wrestling community. This is Off the Script. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for September 8th, 2021. I am JD from New York, and I'm joined by my very good buddy, Jesse, on a Wednesday night. Jesse, this was the quickest 2 hours that I think I've watched all year, man. How different does it feel watching this show compared to watching something on Monday night, bro? I feel like usually when I watch something on Monday night, I'm over with it by a half an hour in. This was the quickest, most refreshing show that I think I've watched in recent memory, man. What a show tonight.
It was fresh, man. It was exuberant. You know, it was cool. And especially for me, because I didn't watch anything on Monday. I take that back. I watched some Dark on Monday.
Oh, you mean you didn't watch the incredible, says the Geeks, Omos versus Bobby Lashley?
No.
Okay.
No.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Hearing a main roster talent name right now is not exciting to me from that company right now. No one. Absolutely not even Roman at this point, because they've been just kind of stagnant with it. So there's not a single name on that brand anywhere that I would rather turn on and see. I'm gonna tune into the wedding next week. I can't wait for that.
You're actually excited about Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis on the Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon produced NXT rebrand.
That's that is the most exciting thing to me in that entire company right now. I shit you not. I'm not even capping, dude. I swear.
Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. I don't know about all that jazz, but tonight we got a lot going on. Never mind the main roster over there. We got main roster over here, bro. We got Kenny Omega, who is the number one ranked professional wrestler in the world, according to the PW Top 500 that was released today. We will definitely be going over that because I know a lot of people want our opinions on this. I was being bombarded with, what do you think? What do you think? Is it right? I know you love Roman. So we're going to go over that. I have my things to say about that. Also, we're going to talk about Kevin Owens, good old KO. He's already teasing while still under WWE contract for another 3 months or so, 4 months or so. He's already teasing where he wants to end up. And it's over there with the Young Bucks. And they're already over there. So we're going to talk about that as well on the show. And Jesse, the big one, man, we got Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega teased for the AEW World Championship right out of the box, bro.
Who?
Bryan Danielson, I'm sorry.
Oh,
It won't happen again.
Okay. Man, that alone was a moment. That moment alone where they just stood in the ring with no one else made that entire 2-hour show a 5 out of 5 show for me.
Bro, I've already given Tony Khan my credit card number.
Man,
just give me the match.
Please take it. Just do it.
It's crazy, man. It is a great time to be a professional wrestling fan, and the word professional wrestler was thrown around tonight by Adam Cole, baby. And you know, Adam Cole is a fantastic professional wrestler, top of his game. Professional wrestler. Sorry to break your heart there. E stands. I'm sorry. This is an incredible loss and only a monumental gain for us AEW fans. We got a lot to go over tonight, man. But before I even do any of that stuff and we get into what we got to talk about tonight, I want to send my thoughts and prayers, and I'm sure you do as well, to the boss man, Paul Levesque, Triple H. He was in a little sticky situation today. He underwent some minor cardiac procedure, and we don't know what the result is. We don't know how he's doing. We don't know what caused this. WWE put out a statement saying that it was genetic, which I really have a very difficult time believing because Triple H has really never had any health issues before. But I'm not going to get into all that. I'm not going to get into the jokes, but it was sad to read today, because Triple H is actually a pivotal part in me falling back in love with WWE, with what he's done with NXT over the 10 years that he's been in charge over there, and especially in 2016 to about 2019, that time period where they were the absolute best wrestling promotion on the face of the earth. Thoughts and prayers go out to Triple H. Jesse, I know you feel the same way I do about Triple H's version of the future of WWE, how incredible it was. And the news today was very sad. Hopefully he recovers.
Yeah, this is serious, guys. You know, I've heard all of the jokes, you know, and maybe I even made, you know, some, you know, off of public record, but it's the time for jokes and it's time for seriousness, man. And no matter what caused it, whether it was something that he did or if it actually was genetic, we'd all love Triple H. We do. I mean, we all know that having his way, we would all be in love with WWE right now. But we know he doesn't own the company. But none of that's important.
No.
You know, none of that's important right now, guys. It's nobody wants Triple H to go away. So I hope everything is better. I heard the procedure went well. I hope he gets a full recovery and we get him back in the office doing what he does best.
It's going to be very interesting to see what this rebranding of NXT is going to bring about on Wednesday, or Tuesday night, rather. No longer on Wednesday, but Tuesday. And it is being run by Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. I will be going live after the show is over because it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a new look. It's got a new logo, new theme, new feel. I don't know what's going to happen under Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, but knowing what we know about how they handle the main roster, I can only foresee disaster heading upon us. So I will be there to cover it all for you guys on Tuesday night. It should be an absolute dumpster fire. So we will see what happens there. But thoughts and prayers go out to Triple H, Paul Levesque, and everybody that is, in that situation there. So we love Triple H, and we hope that he makes a speedy and 100% recovery. Again, guys, I thank you very much for joining me. We got 2,400 people here inside the OTS venue tonight for the AEW Dynamite post-show. We have some incredible shows coming up in regards to AEW. We got New Jersey next week. They're going to be emanating from Newark, New Jersey. And this was the original home of where the Blood and Guts match was originally supposed to take place. This was before the pandemic, and then COVID-19 hit, and AEW is finally making their way back into New Jersey, which should be an absolutely raucous crowd in Newark. And then the following week, Jesse, we are coming to Queens. AEW is making its debut in New York City, right outside Citi Field, where the New York Mets play. Shitty field. And we got Arthur Ashe Stadium for AEW Grand Slam, which they are already setting up quite nicely. We will go over what happened on the show that is going to play part in that show, Grand Slam, happening on September 22nd. So we got a lot to go over there. I want to thank you guys for the hospitable Chicago atmosphere over the weekend, man. It was incredible. The meet and greet was great. Jesse and I had a blast. All Out was fantastic. It did some record-breaking numbers for the show, and the podcast is over 60,000 views. We did the scrum and the live stream for the scrum. I was literally an arm's length away from CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, Tony Khan, Ruby Soho. It was an amazing, amazing time, and I can't wait to do it again. We will be possibly planning something for Full Gear in November. We have to see where and when that show takes place, because I know Tony Khan is about to move that, possibly to a larger venue. We don't know yet. So news still to come on that. But again, I thank you guys very much. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Hit that thumbs up. All that jazz. Thank you so very much for all your support. If you guys want to go and check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel, please go do so. They are on the homepage right now. Everything you need is linked right there on the homepage. If you guys want to go support, several ways to do that. Patreon is one of them. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Some great merchandise over there that is exclusive to Patreon only. If you guys want to go get your t-shirts, you can certainly do that as well. That is bonfire.com. Links for all your shirts down below underneath the video player that you're watching right now. And if you guys want to go and do me a solid, check out my sponsor for today's show, Honey. JoinHoney.com/offthescript. You guys can actually use Honey and download the free app right to your browser and start saving some money, man. JoinHoney.com/offthescript. Download it for free and start saving some money, because everybody loves to save some extra money, especially after having such a great week in Chicago, man. Thank you guys very much for all of that. Jesse, we're going to start at the top here, man. I want to start with the Kevin Owens situation. Kevin Owens, it is being reported that his contract is up much sooner than anybody had realized. Kevin Owens is already teasing a move to AEW, and if things align the right way, we may be seeing Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen inside All Elite Wrestling. For those that are unaware, Owens, a.k.a. Kevin Steen on the Indies, was in a group called Mount Rushmore, stable with the Young Bucks and Adam Cole prior to signing with WWE. Now, for what it's worth, Kevin Owens said that in 2018, he had signed a 5-year extension with WWE. If that was true, that would mean that his contract would be up in 2023. But Owens could have been working everybody when he did an interview, and it was reported that Kevin Owens' contract is actually up and set to expire in January 2022. Another thing of note and worth noting is that Owens has updated his Twitter profile to say where his destination is or where his location is. He put simply, and I quote, "almost there" in the location section of his Twitter profile. Now, if he does leave WWE, then one would have to assume that AEW would be very interested in signing him. Owens and anybody else regarding this situation has not commented on the rumors. But the Young Bucks added fuel to the fire today, Jesse, where they updated their location on Twitter, and where Owens said "almost there," the Young Bucks have already there. So obviously they're playing off each other here. And Fightful's reporting that Owens' deal is up in January, much sooner than the 5-year extension. Fightful added that WWE restructured several contracts during the pandemic, and Owens' deal was changed and is now set to expire in January 2022. There's no word on why his deal was shortened. Now, obviously, Owens would garner interest from AEW if he opts not to sign a new deal with the WWE. It was noted that he has not signed a new deal by now because WWE usually tries to lock up wrestlers in several months before their contracts are up. Now, what I have to say about this before I give the floor to you, Jesse, is if someone like Kevin Owens was as valuable to the WWE as we would expect someone like Kevin Owens to be to any company that he's with, if his deal is up, and they know it's up, this is not an Adam Cole situation where, they just blindly went and didn't realize anything, or a Pete Dunne situation where they didn't realize the contract was up, and then long before not, Adam Cole's in AEW now. WWE certainly knows this contract is up. They have not done a goddamn thing with 4 months left to go before this guy's contract is up to sit this guy down and re-sign him to an extension. If Kevin Owens was important to WWE, and if Kevin Owens was important to the future vision of Vince McMahon on the main roster, this guy would already be signed to a contract extension. My feeling and my gut feeling is that WWE does not have any interest or value in Kevin Owens because he fits that indie style that WWE and Vince McMahon has wanted to eradicate with Vince and Bruce taking over NXT and all the burials that we've seen on the main roster. And just by the looks of what Kevin Owens has done on the main roster, he hasn't done jack shit in probably the better part of 2 years. So WWE, in my eyes, doesn't value this guy. And I honestly think that they're letting the contract run out, and in typical WWE fashion, which is probably going to be better for Kevin Owens, he's probably going to ask for X amount of money. They're not going to sign him, and they're going to let him walk, just like they did Adam Cole.
Possibly. I'm going to put a different spin on this one, though. Obviously, everybody here knows where I want to see Kevin Steen, end up. So let's start with that. But I'm not 100% sure that Kevin Owens leaves. And this is why I'll say that, because out of the blue, he started teasing about him leaving. I mean, what happened? Kevin Owens was always aware, and so was WWE. They were always aware of when Kevin Owens' contract ended. It wasn't until SAP posted their report about it being up in January when he found out, is to when then Kevin Owens started putting in the teasers and everything else. Now, why would you put all these teasers up like this when you get like about 5 months before in WWE before you can even leave? That gives WWE 5 months to just completely annihilate any and everything they can about Kevin Owens. So why did he do it? I think Kevin Owens could be in a position to be the first one to benefit from the WWE exodus. And this is a good point, and what you said, does WWE value Kevin Owens? If they do, if they value him and if they want him to stay, I think Kevin Owens will stay. But Kevin Owens is not going to stay for cheap. I think he is raising his price and his value and everything else with Adam Cole, Bryan, and Punk all showing up over there and them knowing that they're all friends. If Kevin Owens wants a big bag of money, he's in a position to get it at this point.
Is Kevin Owens the type of guy that wants a big bag of money? Like, I honestly think that Kevin Owens is better than that. He's made his money in the 5 years that he's been with, probably longer than that. I don't even know how long he's been with WWE. Seems like forever. But he's made bank with WWE. He's made his money. He's gone the Booker T route. He's made his money, and now he can go somewhere else if he so wants to do that. But I honestly think where Kevin Owens' heart resides is exactly where Adam Cole's heart resides, because he looks as happy as I remember seeing him in the last 4 years. Now, he's one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and he's given us some incredible lifelong memories in NXT, but from what I saw personally in the media scrum and what I saw on Dynamite tonight, that man is absolutely over the moon thrilled to be where he is. That's the type of feeling I think we get from Kevin Steen right now, and especially with the landscape changing in professional wrestling. I think that's where his heart is. I think everybody sees the landscape of wrestling changing from sports entertainment to professional wrestling, and I honestly think the more we see things like this happen, I don't think WWE is going to put any effort into these types of guys. I mean, if they wanted to keep Adam Cole, they could have done anything to keep Adam Cole. All they had to do was allow him to play video games, and they didn't. And he walked. That was the only catalyst there. Right. And that was important to him. Kevin Owens, I feel like he's going to be a part of that. I feel like WWE in the back end, they want to rid themselves of everything that Triple H has built over the last 10 years with NXT, and I think Kevin Steen is really a huge proponent to that.
Right. No,
Sami Zayn too. I mean, if Owens goes, Sami Zayn, he's probably done too.
No. Trust me, it makes sense, and I hope he goes, and I really do. And if he does go, I think this surge in AEW is gonna get someone a pretty significant pay bump in WWE. If not Kevin Owens, and he leaves, the next person I'm going to be saying that about is Finn Balor or AJ Styles.
Exactly. That's what I was going to mention. Those are the two guys that are going to fit right into the narrative that you're playing here. They're going to make fucking bank. Both of those guys.
Yep. Yes. I mean, at some point, Vince came into this. Well, they can have all the talent they want. This is all a product of that comment that Vince made, at that conference call, where he said, well, maybe I'll just give them some more. And he released all this top tier talent, and he pretty much made AEW must see television. At some point, he's going to reverse that. He's going to say, okay, that's it. You're not leaving. Well, I want to go. Well, I don't care. You give me a number and I'm fucking paying it. You're not leaving. And that's going to, and I figured Kevin Owens might be one of the beneficiaries to that. If not, and he goes, then definitely Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Those are two guys that I can see Vince not wanting to let go of.
Now, what happens to guys like Ciampa and Gargano when their contracts are up? Do they stay in NXT or do they bounce as well and go where the surge is going right now, and that's AEW?
I'm those two guys. I'm going.
Absolutely.
I'm going. They've already made it abundantly clear that they have no future in this company.
No.
In WWE. AJ Styles and Finn Balor can be exceptions to the rule. They have proven success on the main roster. They haven't not been booked perfectly by any means, but in that regard, nobody other than Roman has been. But they've been granted titles. They've been granted main events. They've been, they've beaten Roman Reigns. I mean, they have a position in the company, but they also have a pretty good bargaining chip with that AEW surge going on. And if Vince turns around and says, well, I don't want them to get Balor, AJ, all this stuff. So he might open up the pockets, dude. And it's something that, and again, this is something that AEW and the Elite are doing for their friends. They won't take it personal. Hey, if you want to stay there and make 3 times the amount that we can pay you here because of us, then so be it. We'll see you in a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I mean, eventually Vince is going to stop all of this bleeding of the roster, and he's going to have to open up the pocketbook, because as it stands right now, when anyone's contract is up, nobody wants to stay.
It's not about only him opening up the pocketbook. It's about him following what's hot right now. I mean, his vision right now is falling down the toilet.
He won't do that.
I mean, he's gonna be forced to do something.
Yeah, pay.
I don't think money's going to save him, bro. This is what I talked about weeks ago on the podcast. Vince McMahon's fucking problem is the fact that he throws money at everything, and he thinks throwing money at everything's going to solve all his fucking problems. You can't do that. What good is throwing money at Finn Balor and AJ Styles to keep them on the roster now and do nothing like they're doing now?
Just to keep him away from Tony Khan. Speaking of throwing money at people, bomb in the chat.
Paul Wu with a $100 super chat. Paul Wu, it's nice to see you in the chat, brother. We will get to you a little bit later. Paul Wu dropping a fucking 100 bomb in the live stream chat tonight. Thank you, Paul. We'll get to you guys and the rest of the super chats at the end of the show.
No. We got to read that, man. We stop and read bombs, bro.
We want to, is that the new rule? We stop and read bombs?
Stop and read bombs. I mean, $100 or more, man. We'll stop the goddamn show.
All right, Paul Wu. JD, my man, it's been a while since I dropped a bomb. My grandma has been battling COVID these couple of months. So I was helping her cover the medical bills. I'm now back and able to support OTS again. All Out was the best pay-per-view I watched in 10 years. I appreciate all that you do. Paul, thank you for the bomb, brother. And everybody in the chat, I want to see those prayer emojis thrown up for Paul and his grandmother right now as she's battling COVID-19. Paul, thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir.
That's the problem, Jesse. Vince McMahon throws money at everything, and that's his way of thinking. Oh, I'm gonna stop the bleeding. I'm gonna come up with a solution. There's more money.
That's all he knows. That's all he knows. I mean, if he really wanted to stop the hemorrhaging of his roster, he would literally just turn over creative control to Triple H. That's all he has to do. That is all he has to do. If he wants to admit failure in his vision for WWE and sports entertainment, if he wants to admit that failure and give Triple H carte blanche, WWE will be back on top in less than a year.
I don't know. That's a tough thing to say, man. Less than a year.
Look, this is why I say it though. It's not, and they don't have a more talented roster. This is why I say it. WWE is the super juggernaut of promotions and everything else. They have all of the tools and the outlets to make anyone a megastar. I'm not just talking about in the ring. I'm talking about full-blown Hollywood and everything else. They can literally make another John Cena or a Rock if they actually fucking wanted to, but they don't.
Well, I mean, pick of the litter, bro. They had anybody to choose from that was built up on NXT under Triple H, and they didn't like any of them for whatever reason, and now they are where they are. So, yeah. I mean, clearly something is not right in WWE. And Mick Foley even actually admitted this, because Mick Foley, who's been one to toe the company line every now and then he's got a gem. And, Mick Foley blocked me on social media due to the whole Alexa Bliss thing. He actually reached out to my DMs and said that was not a very nice thing to say, and then he blocked me. So, I'm not too high on Mick Foley, but when he wants to make sense, he wants to make sense, and he does. Mick Foley explained why AEW is a problem for WWE right now, and he says this, and I quote, "Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley. I'd like to title this video, WWE, We've Got a Problem. Because I think you do, and the problem is that WWE is no longer the place for talent to aspire to go to. Part of it is because AEW is doing a great job of attracting great talent, proven talent, building other talent, creating storylines, but the part of it is a problem for WWE, and it's their own making. I think the younger talent sees the way that developmental characters are cut or left by the wayside, or in this case of Karrion Kross, greatly watered down, and even made a joke of when they debut on the main roster. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If I was an aspiring talent now, big league talent with a major decision to make, I'm not sure that I would trust WWE Creative to do the right thing with my career. You guys did wonders with me back in the day, but that was a different time and a different place. If it was today, I'm not sure I would trust the powers that be with my career in their hands. And until that changes, WWE, we've got a problem." Jesse, how many times have we said that the developmental characters in NXT, they're either cut, left by the wayside when they get to the main roster? Perfect example is Karrion Kross. How many people in that company, whether they are not employed by WWE or in that system, are looking at what's happening and all the mass exoduses of talent like Adam Cole and guys like that jumping ship? I mean, how right is Mick Foley in this case? And WWE, I mean, their problem right now is something that's coming from within. And like you and I just said, they have to fix that fucking problem. Otherwise, it ain't going to look good for them.
Yeah, no, he's 100% right. He's just a big prominent name in the business that is repeating everything that we've all been saying for a couple of years now. That's all it is. I mean, he didn't say anything surprising to me, you, or anyone else here. He just told the truth, and he is not wrong in anything that he said today. So, will it fall on deaf ears? Probably.
Yeah, it already has.
Yeah. And I'm looking at people in the chat saying that Triple H couldn't turn everything around in a year. If he could, he would have done it with NXT. Triple H was not running NXT while it was on the USA Network.
No, whoever believes that is a complete idiot.
No. Triple H did not have carte blanche. I said give Triple H full and total control of the roster and let the man work. Not only can he work magic with the superstars that he has, but you will have people who will then not be so convinced to run away from WWE and maybe come on in and work with Triple H and maybe help make the company balance out. And look, I want WWE to flourish just so that Tony Khan can keep striving and then WWE can keep striving. I want to be able to watch wrestling on all fronts and enjoy it all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a perfect world, that's what we'll get. And I sincerely believe, just because we've seen what Triple H can do with NXT, I sincerely believe that give him some time to work his magic, and he can get WWE on the same level playing field as AEW, even with the mega roster they have right now. WWE is not short on talent, man. They're just short on morale right now.
No, they're short on morale and they're short on managing the talent, because I don't think the people in charge know what the fucking talent needs or know what talent really is breakthrough talent. They have their own vision of talent, which was clearly evident by this weekend when WWE signed Gable Steveson. That's the type of guy that they're going for. Nobody that knows jack shit, and they want to mold them into what Vince McMahon thinks is professional wrestling. Meanwhile, you got a guy like Adam Cole on your roster who's one of the best at what he does in this world, and you let him go without any fucking sweat off your back. That's a fucking problem to me.
That's stupid. You're profiling, Gable Stevens, and at the same time, Tony Khan is repping Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, CM Punk, Ruby Soho. Dude,
bro,
WWE going down the wrong path.
WWE was reported, I guess, in the dirt sheets, several reports came out that WWE was unfazed or not bothered. They thought it wasn't a big deal that Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan walked out and showed up on the same show. I said this over the week. I said this on the Monday Night Raw show when WWE and the plans were revealed for Adam Cole to make him a fucking manager. Bruce Pritchard wanted to make him a manager only on SmackDown. That would be like WWE letting Cole and Bryan go would be like letting John Smoltz and Greg Maddux in their prime from the Braves pitching staff just walk and go right to the Yankees, dude. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, they dude, WWE no-sells everything. This is the same company that told us signing Punk was no big deal. Oh, signing Punk, that's no big deal. Oh, Bryan, that's no big deal. Cole, that's no big deal. So,
or CM Punk, let them deal with. He's their headache now. Yeah. Looks like to me, Punk hasn't been a fucking headache at all.
Right. So let these guys call it. Everything that we just witnessed and enjoyed over this weekend and over the previous week and everything else, all of this stuff that happened, according to WWE, was nothing. Nothing. Just all garbage. Forget all of that. We got Moist TV with Karrion Kross on it. That's what the people want. Yeah. I mean, it would even look better on themselves if they said, hey, they had a big weekend. Hats off to them. We're going to do things the way we do them, and we're going to entertain our fans the way we know how. It sounds lame, but it would sound better than, that's nothing. That's nothing. Daniel Bryan main evented one of the most emotional and best WrestleMania moments of all time. And now he's at the competition. That's nothing. Nothing. No.
Yeah. This guy was in the WrestleMania main event this year and gave you one of the best matches of the entire year. That's all right. Yeah, let's go. Let's have him go into the competition's ballpark and pitch for them. It's okay.
Nothing. They would say that for anything. If Roman Reigns walked out of that company right now and somehow signed with AEW and showed up at Full Gear, Vince McMahon would be out there saying, it's nothing. It's no big deal. We didn't need him.
Joanna White, he was overrated, man. Yeah, whatever.
He's a nothing. He's a nobody. They're going to no-sell it. They've no-sold everything that AEW has done. If someone here or anywhere can tell me one positive thing that's come out of WWE management or Twitter or anything like that was in praise of something that AEW did, I'd be shocked.
Listen, man, I've been saying it for months now. The winds have changed. The tides are changing, and professional wrestling, the term professional wrestling and professional wrestler is becoming a thing now going into the new year, 2022. WWE is going to have to change their fucking playlist, bro. They really are. This sports entertainment shit ain't doing shit. And I think a lot of people are realizing this more and more. You know, wrestling is now cool once again under the AEW banner. Wrestling is legit again under the AEW banner in many circles. And I can't even begin to tell you how many people have come to me, and I'm one of them. I said it about myself in regards to my viewing habits. You know, AEW is doing things right now that have excited me about pro wrestling that I haven't felt in many, many years. Triple H was the only one to do that. And Vince McMahon, you know, he's killing my love for professional wrestling. But like you said perfectly weeks ago, they are the alternative right now, and AEW is wrestling. AEW is professional wrestling.
Easily. I mean, it's what we remember. I mean, I remember watching wrestling growing up, WCCW days and the WWF days, even the cheesy new generation WWF days. The thing is, that's what was popular at the time. So if that's popular at the time, that's what the wrestling fans wanted, and that's what Vince gave us. It evolved into the Attitude Era. That's what was popular at the time. People wanted it, Vince gave it to us. And it kind of morphed into something that no one really wants as far as a wrestling fan, and he doesn't care. He's just going to stick to what he knows best, which is just whatever he thinks is right. Yeah. And that's not the right thing to do.
You told me something earlier today, you know, and I know you, I mean, I talk to you every day. We have two huge wrestling fans here right now talking about AEW, and you told me today that you canceled your Peacock subscription. You're done.
I did.
You're just finished.
I legitimately cut it off. And here's the thing. I paid for it for a year because it was cheaper that way.
Yeah.
So I canceled it immediately. I'll still get, you know, the year I paid for, but I'm not giving them another single cent of my money. Not at all. I'm not watching the shows weekly. And it's not in retaliation or to rebel. I just find no interest in it. Why am I going to sit here and watch a 3-hour program just to complain?
Listen, man, I wish I could do that. I really do. You know, I unfortunately have bills to pay here, and this is my fucking way of paying those bills. But I guarantee you, in your situation, if they were putting on a halfway decent fucking product and not the dumpster fire that we see every week, you would not have canceled your subscription. If it was good, you'd pay for the good quality content. This is why we have absolutely no fucking problem shelling out $50 4 or 5 times a year when AEW goes and does pay-per-view, because we know what we're getting. We don't have any problems buying an AEW t-shirt for the people that we want to support because we know what we're going to get. That's the thing that they don't understand.
Dude, the quality of pay-per-views that AEW has given us, I would pay their pay-per-view rate every month.
Yes.
I pay it every month. I mean, that's not what I hope for. I mean, I don't want to oversaturate their pay-per-view market like, you know, WWE did. And yeah, I don't want to pay $50 a month, but I would, because the product is that damn good.
Amazing, man. The whole game is changing, and I'm glad that we're a part of it. And leading into the next thing that I want to talk about, someone who may not be a part of it, bro, is someone that you've been vehemently saying is going to have a very, very difficult time finding work anywhere. And it finally came out this week that WWE and AEW have absolutely no interest in Tessa Blanchard. And at Sunday's All Out pay-per-view, I know you were there during the Women's Casino Battle Royale. It was a group of fans that chanted, "We want Tessa." And then there was another group of people that chanted, "No, we don't." Now, Tessa was actually on social media. She got fans talking about a photo she posted on her Twitter account with her holding a stack of Ted DiBiase's $1 million bills. Now, Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net reported this week, actually it was, I believe, earlier today or last night, that the only other major American promotion that has been in talks with Tessa since leaving Impact has been NWA. Haynes also told us that there is currently no plans for her to appear in WWE, NXT, or AEW. One source added, "She's nuclear. Nobody wants near her." end quote. Pretty much exactly what you've been saying for the better part of a year, bro. Tessa Blanchard, nuclear, and I know you've been crying about it for her to do this one thing, and all she has to do, and I agree with you, man, if she apologized, maybe some of that would go away.
Look, please, I hope someone clips this and sends it to Tessa, because I don't want to see her right now. I don't want to see her on TV. No. I'm not gonna lie. So clip this part and send it to her,
I don't care about seeing her on TV, bro. I agree with you 1,000%. But I mean, if anybody doesn't think she's one of the best women's wrestlers on the planet, I mean, they're a fool.
Yeah, right now it's not about that. Not at this given moment. But I think the one thing that will change this all around for her and get things rolling so she can move on with her career and her future is the first thing she needs to do is go apologize to the people that she actually did hurt in private. All right. And after she does that, she needs to make a very public statement apologizing for what she's done, apologize for what she said, and then letting us know that she apologized to everyone who she hurt and they've accepted her apology. And then just go and wait for the phone calls to come in, because I'm a firm believer in if you fucked up, you fucked up, man. And I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
But if you apologize, then I'm a firm believer in everyone deserves another fucking chance, dude. They do. But you just can't do what you do and then wait for the heat to go away, then say, okay, now let's move on. Nobody's moved. Nobody has forgotten what you said or done, and you haven't apologized for it. So to us, you still mean it.
Yeah.
And lying about it does not help. You can't convince us that all of these women all around these different indie scenes are all conspiring to lie on you. Even if some are, you did wrong to some of them. You need to apologize for the things you've done. And I promise you that the phone will start ringing.
I hope that's the case, man. I really do. She's so talented at what she does. And, you know, I would love to see her back on television again and doing what, you know, we all want to see her do, but you know, I don't blame Tony Khan, especially Tony Khan right now, and the fucking momentum that AEW has right now. Could you imagine what would be done to their momentum if she is a blemish and she's brought in? That's all anybody would be talking about.
Yeah, dude, it would be awesome if she can get this scandal behind her. If she can see when she comes out and sincerely apologizes for what she did. I'm not saying all the haters will go away, but all of the real wrestling fans who empathize with her and accepted her apology will back her in these things, and they'll start. Tony Khan is a booker for the people, and enough fans come to him and say, "We want Tessa. We will get Tessa."
Yeah,
but nobody's gonna back her like this when she won't even admit what she did and apologize for it.
Listen, man, I hope it works out for her. I was shocked, but not shocked to see that report. But, you know, all the money in the world right now, not going to bring Tessa Blanchard in. She can ask for whatever she wants. Nobody's interested in her. How good is it, do you think, if she ends up in NWA? I mean, is that even a good look for them? If you're NWA, do you also stay away, just like NXT, AEW, and WWE have?
I don't think anyone with a working relationship with Tony Khan is going to pick her up.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
They don't want to ruin their relationship.
Yeah. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Tessa Blanchard not going anywhere. They're going to be very difficult to see her anywhere on TV. And really, what it boils down to is if she apologizes and lets time heal after all these months and just go out there and publicly apologize, you know, like Jesse said, there will be haters, but at least she has that under her belt. Hey, I owned up. I'm mature now. I learned my lesson and move on. That's it. I apologize. What else do you want from me? Make it sincere.
I just don't do it again and sincerely apologize. Yep. And I promise you, you'll have a leg to stand on. Look, I apologize. I really, really meant it. And I want to further my career. I should not sit here and be held accountable for a mistake I made for the rest of my goddamn life. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But she never apologized. So no one's ever going to give her fucking an opportunity.
And I see some people in the chat saying she didn't do shit. Well, there's a lot of women who would probably disagree with you. So even if she didn't do shit, everybody assumes she did shit, and everybody should really be hearing an apology about the shit that she supposedly has done. So if that is all that is required here, then that is the easiest thing for her to do if she wants to wrestle again.
I'm ignoring those people. Everybody who says she didn't do shit voted for Trump. I'm dead serious.
Oh my God.
They did.
Listen, we're going to move on from the Tessa Blanchard stuff. Hopefully that rights itself over due time. One other piece of news coming out of the AEW show on Sunday night. I know a lot of people, including me, were wondering what happened to the final countdown by the band Europe that was responsible for Daniel Bryan's old theme music back on the Indies. Now, I think it's an incredible song. I'm a sucker for 80s music. I think it's an epic track. I think if that track played inside the Now Arena, I think it would have been even more epic because I'm a music guy, and music is just synonymous with how everything should feel and, bringing a moment up to another level like we saw on Sunday night. But a lot of people, and Dave Meltzer even spoke about this, the reason why Daniel Bryan did not come out to the final countdown by the band Europe at All Out was because Tony Khan did not want to pay for the song. It would have been too much money to license the music of Europe. Meltzer says, so the final countdown will not, as you can see, be played for AEW and Bryan Danielson. They played a version of the Last of the Valkyries, a remix of that. There was, in fact, an attempt to have him come out to the final countdown, figuring the place would explode, which they did anyway, but even for Tony Khan, it was cost prohibitive. End quote. It's a sad thing. Maybe we see it in due time. Maybe it's something that, is a product of renegotiation or talks later on down the line. But I guess Europe thought the music was more valuable to them than it was to Tony Khan. I don't know. What do you think, Jess? Do you like his new theme music? Is there music in rotation right now or slapping the charts or something? No, not at all.
I didn't think so. So, having it profiled on a current live wrestling show watched by millions of people sounds to be a good idea to me.
Sounds like it's a good idea to me, too. Not that I hate his theme music right now that they're using. I think it's great. I think it's got a certain charm to it where it's actually is very in sync or in line with the Yes chants. So, I don't really look at that music as Daniel Bryan music. It doesn't get me hyped up to see Bryan Danielson. But I would have preferred the final countdown. But like you said, this would have been great for them because they're not even making music anymore.
Yeah.
So why not feature the song on a show that he's going to be featured on every week?
Maybe they are on financial hard times and they heard Tony Khan had deep pockets and I don't know. I'm speculating at this point. But I don't know why Khan's able to purchase the rights to any other song he wants, but these guys want too much money.
I don't know. It's that 80s fucking hair metal bullshit. They think who they are. So yeah. It's sad, but the final...
He got Ruby Sohos. He got Moxley's. Yep.
He got Jungle Boys.
Jungle Boys. He's paying money for music, dude. But these guys want too much.
Whatever the case may be, hopefully we see it somewhere down the line, but that is quite disappointing. Europe, what's wrong with you guys? Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, we are going to get into the show. Let's take a quick look at the chat. We got 3,100 plus inside the venue. I appreciate you guys very much. Hit that thumbs up, guys. We got 977 likes right now on the stream. Let's try for a goal of 1,300. You guys can get 1,300 in the chat. We will, listen, we'll be happy. We're not going to do anything special. We're not going to take our shirts off and start waving them around like Seth Rollins waving a championship belt around, but come on.
No, we will. We get 1,300 likes and JD will watch a Joshi match.
If I get 1,300 likes here, I'll watch a Wrestle Talk podcast.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. What have I just done? Anyway. Anyway, moving on. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Super chats are open. They will be read at the end of the show. Jesse, we started Dynamite off with Malachi Black. Love Malachi Black against Dustin Rhodes. This was the opening match of Dynamite. Malachi Black is running through the Nightmare family one by one, obviously leading to another match with Cody Rhodes, which we will talk about, and they have announced it. Malachi Black and Dustin, bro, what'd you think of this match? I thought, in my honest opinion, it was fine for an opening match. I honestly think it should have been a little bit shorter, number one. Number two, Dustin didn't look like he was on his A game tonight. And number 3, I thought the ending with the blood capsule and the missed spot of the quote-unquote black mass looked a little bit ridiculous. That's just me. He got him in the shoulder and not the face, and then we see him start bleeding from the mouth. It could have been a little bit better. I thought it felt off tonight, and it wasn't a really solid effort on these guys' behalf to open a match to start Dynamite tonight.
No, it wasn't great. I don't even think Black leg slapped his finisher either.
No,
I don't think he did. But it was a little off. I didn't enjoy the match too much, but that's not my concern for this feud right now. My concern is what's going to happen when he faces Cody.
I knew you were gonna ask that, man. I know. I know.
My fucking concern. Dude.
I know everyone is concerned about this, but listen, if somebody in here is watching that is affiliated with AEW, please, for the love of God, Malachi Black cannot lose. Okay, Cody Rhodes coming back does not need to win, especially in New York City. Everything you've done is him wiping out the entire Nightmare family. We don't need Cody Rhodes to look like the conquering hero over somebody that is not even there a month and a half yet. Come on.
Now, I'll say this, and I'll be the first to say this. They just signed a lot of new talent. Everybody can't be undefeated. Okay? I mean, at some point, somebody on this new acquisition list is going to have to take an early L. That does not mean it has to be Malachi Black, and that especially does not mean it has to be to Cody.
No.
Not right now.
Do we see something along the lines of, if we haven't seen him show up anywhere, do we see Buddy Matthews join the fray and maybe cost Cody the match when he's about to tease victory in New York City, and then he joins the House of Black? Do we see something like that?
Well, all of the stuff we got going on in AEW right now, I legitimately forgot about Buddy.
Yeah.
I forgot. He would be a nice little surprise and an addition to the mid-card division at AEW.
Bro, all you have to do is ask yourself this simple question. What does this do for Cody Rhodes if he beats Malachi Black? What does he benefit from this?
Well, he gets to go back to his game show and his reality show, which is what he did to Anthony Ogogo. He beat him, then he left TV.
Yeah, but that's right? Anthony Ogogo. This is Malachi Black. Malachi Black is not Anthony Ogogo.
Okay, step one up for Cody's list. All right, cool. Malachi Black's next.
What does this do for Cody?
Nothing.
Cody, what does this do for you, bro?
What's up?
I said, I'm asking Cody, what does this do for you, man? Well, like, you got another notch on your belt, like you fucking dating women every night? Oh, another one. Here's another one I got. Taking it back home. Well, why do you got to beat this young talent?
I'm not even sure if Cody's even interested in this feud. The match is next week, and we haven't seen him on TV once to build it.
No, the match is at New York City in Queens. It's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So they got a week to build it then.
Well, Malachi comes out next week and cuts a promo.
I bet I'm thinking Cody can't wait to get into the ring with Bryan or Punk right about now. So he's probably just trying to get through this Malachi Black situation, but I'm hoping he gets through with an L. I'm not confident that Black is gonna walk out of there with a W, man.
Listen, he's I'm scared too, man. You know, I knew you were gonna bring it on. I'm scared. You know, God forbid we come on here on Wednesday night 2 weeks from now and fucking Cody Rhodes gives this guy a crossroads and it's a 1, 2, 3.
This guy's becoming a bigger heel than MJF, man.
In New York City, he may actually turn heel with that fucking outcome.
He might as well turn heel, and it all makes sense. This all gets better, man.
Anyway, Dustin was attacking Malachi on the floor and thought about doing a destroyer, but Black fought out, back suplex Dustin through the timekeeper's table. He went crashing through the table. Black continued to dominate, and Black kicked out Dustin's leg. Dustin collapsed on looked like a Death Valley driver attempt, selling the leg, and Black was talking shit to him. He actually uttered the words, "Are you not entertained yet?" Eventually, Dustin came back with some shoulder tackles, a snap power slam, which looked very pretty by Dustin. Dustin cradled Black for a 2. He landed corner punches until Black kicked out his leg again. Running knee from Black, got a near fall. Black moved to the floor and pulled Cody's boot out from underneath the ring. Why it was there, I don't know. He brought the boot into the ring and taunted Dustin with it. Dustin fired up and hit a drop-down right hand, followed by a Canadian destroyer for a near fall. Dustin went for the running bulldog, but Black countered it, sent him into the exposed turnbuckle that was exposed earlier in the match. And we got the Black Mass, not in the face, not on the jaw, right on the shoulder blade. 1, 2, 3. After the match, Dustin's mouth was bleeding from the effects of the quote-unquote Black Mass. I could have went about saying a lot of good things about this match. It was fine. It just felt off. It felt like something was missing. So I can't wait to, listen, I'm loving the storyline of him running through the Nightmare Family. I don't want him to get to the final boss and run out of lives here. He should run through Cody. It should not be 3 minutes or 4 minutes like it was the first time they met at Daly's place. It should go just as long as this match, if not longer. It should be a competitive effort from Cody and Black, but Black should ultimately get the win. Absolutely should. So that's that, and they immediately went right to the next segment. They didn't let this play out. They didn't really build any anticipation or let the moment kind of settle in. With Black beating the older Rhodes brother, they just went right to the next segment as if it really never mattered. So I thought this could have been done a lot better. That's just me speaking. We got a Lucha Brothers video promo about their championships and the win in what was one of the best steel cage matches ever. One of the best tag team matches ever. The championships cost them blood, sweat, and tears, so if anyone wants to take them, they are welcome to try and take them from both Penta and Rey Fenix. And we got both Santana and Ortiz, proud and powerful, already making statements that they're coming for the tag team championships. It's going to be interesting to see where that match takes place, as those two teams have quite the history themselves. Eddie Kingston cut a promo on Dynamite tonight talking about his match with Miro, and it was a great match between those two guys at the pay-per-view. Talks about Miro, the TNT Championship. Said they went at it like two men right at the top to open the show, but then Miro had to use a low blow to help him get a victory. Miro then mentions that his bride again, or he mentions Lana again in some Miro-like way, and says he'll offer up Kingston's broken bones to his God once again if he doesn't shut his mouth. So we may not be done there, Jesse. We may get another Miro versus Eddie Kingston match, which, I don't necessarily care to see. I thought it was a one and done, but I don't want to see Eddie Kingston potentially take that title off of Miro, which I don't think is going to be the case. But do we see Miro's bride eventually if we do get a second match? Lana, CJ Perry debuting with AEW.
He's showing up. It's not an issue of if, it's when. I thought it was gonna be Sunday. Apparently that was not in the card. So, how they debut and win is the question. If they do this match again, yeah, I'm with you. I don't want Kingston to win, and I don't want to see him take a second L to Miro. So this is a little bit of a corner.
Yeah. But
also, this is what I found to be kind of cool. So this is the day after the pay-per-view, right? How many rematches from the pay-per-view did we get?
Wow, man, let me see. I'm trying to think. Vince, Bruce, you want to answer that question? Zero rematches.
I was trained to think we were supposed to get rematches from the pay-per-view that we just saw.
I mean, bro, it's not Monday Night Raw. They have an actual roster on this show that clocks in at 2 hours on Wednesday night. Crazy. I know. It's amazing. No rematches in a 2-hour wrestling program that flies by. What world am I living in?
Yeah, go figure. Go figure.
We're living in a world where CM Punk is the face of the company. CM Punk comes out, and he comes out to the ring. He talks about his All Out match with Darby Allin. Talks about his future. What's next for Punk? Punk gets right on the microphone. Thanks, Darby. Thanks, Sting. Thanks to fans for what happened in Chicago over the weekend. Said he wasn't sure what was going to happen, but it was like riding a violent bike. And he's back on the bike. We got a you still got it chant from the Cincinnati crowd. CM Punk never lost to Jesse, and I talked about that on Monday afternoon. Punk looks like he hasn't missed a step in 7.5 years. Punk uses that to hype up tonight's main event between Moxley and Suzuki. We got a Moxley chant breaking out. Punk points out in the crowd, Aunt Linda, the woman who raised Brian Pillman Jr. We got a crowd chant of Linda in Cincinnati. Of course we did. Punk gives a shout out to Ruby Soho, Adam Cole, Bay, and Bryan Danielson for showing up at the pay-per-view, which CM Punk said gave him a boner watching Bryan and Cole in the main event come out back to back. Punk mentions the first person he texted after his match was his lovely wife, April. Blows her a kiss, hello. She wondered what's next. Punk says he might just leave it up to the fans for who he should face next. The crowd was yelling a ton of names. It sounded like the opening of The Price is Right, when everybody chanting out or throwing out numbers for the fucking the pregame before The Price is Right contestants make their way to the stage. Punk says he might just leave it up to the fans, and Taz gets on the microphone, Jesse, and says, listen, I'm going to say something to you here, but, listen, excuse me, Mr. Punk. And then Punk starts yelling at Taz, listen, don't ever disrespect me and interrupt me again. Taz gets fired up and then says, listen, I'm tired of this bullshit love fest, and tells Punk not to mention anyone from Team Taz. Punk says he didn't even say anybody from Team Taz's name. Taz responds that he's been saying their names in interview, radio segments, and social media because he's all over the place. Send Starks, send Hook, send me Hobbs, Punk says. And then Punk says, beat me if you can, survive if I let you, which was Taz's catchphrase in ECW. Punk says as a throwback to Taz's catchphrase, and everybody popped. Cult of Personality hits. Punk then hugs Aunt Linda, fist bumps a couple of fans outside around the ringside area. He then gives Team Taz a look as he walks up the ramp. Now, Jesse, when Taz said what he said and said what he had to say to CM Punk, we had Will Hobbs and Hook out there, but no Ricky Starks. Now, I don't know how you feel about this. I know Punk has mentioned Will Hobbs by name. I know he's mentioned a ton of people by name. I'm not really ready for CM Punk and Will Hobbs in the ring yet. But if you're gonna bring me CM Punk and Ricky Starks, then I'm all ears right now. That would be a great second feud for Mr. CM Punk on a beautiful episode of Dynamite, and let those two go at it.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, that'll easily be. I'd be more interested in the promo work from the feud, to be honest.
Yes.
But I mean, the match itself should be good. Eventually, we gotta get Punk in the ring with a Hobbs or a Wardlow. We gotta get him in there with a big guy, which is gonna mean more and bigger bumps for Punk. And he's gonna have to get there, at some point. He's got to work his way up there. So I'm hoping they start with Ricky. Man, I don't want anybody to break Punk, but he's gonna have to take those bumps, man. He's got to work this way up there.
Are you a little disappointed with his beginning phase for feud number 2 here, or is this right where you wanted to see Punk right back on AEW television, continuing to build young talent? If it's Will Hobbs, it's Will Hobbs. If it's Ricky Starks, it's Ricky Starks. Or did you expect somebody a little bit bigger?
Oh, no, I said from day one, he just got here, guys. I mean, what are we going to do? Start at the top and then work our way down to Will Hobbs?
Yeah.
Punk wants to work with all of the young talent. If Punk decided that he wants to, work with Hobbs and Starks, then, I'm for it, because these are guys that can use a bump. They can use that Punk rub on them from being in a match. It's just being in a high profile match alone garners these guys all kinds of attention, extra followers, views, clicks, fans. So it cannot be a bad thing. I mean, as long as he doesn't go out there and bury him in 10 seconds, which is not the MO here.
No.
So
no, Punk would never let that happen.
Yeah. He would never let that happen. So they're going to benefit from this. So they have one job. Just don't hurt Punk.
Yeah, really.
Just don't hurt Punk, and Punk will help get them over. That's all they have to do. Just don't botch it and murder the guy. Just hang in there and Punk will get you over.
Speaking of hurt, Ruby Soho may have had her feelings hurt by Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, tonight after some comments here in front of Tony Schiavone. Ruby Soho was talking to Mr. Schiavone backstage. She offered an open challenge tonight because she didn't want anyone to think she got lucky at All Out. Britt Baker shows up with her girls, obviously, Rebel and Jamie Hayter, and wonders why we're spending airtime on this flavor of the week, meaning Ruby Soho. Soho tells Tony that she and Baker go back a very long time. She actually helped Baker break into the industry. Soho tells Baker this is her block now. Baker tells Ruby once they get through with her, she'll be back to catering, that place you spent the last 4 years. I actually laughed at that line.
Good.
They head out. Soho tells Tony, listen, I know she's your girl, but I'm going to whoop her ass. What a great start to a women's championship for you, Jesse. We get a little truth serum right out of the gate because that's exactly where Ruby was, unfortunately. Not because of how untalented she is. People over there might have thought she was untalented or not marketable, but I love the fact that Britt said that line because that type of line and knowing where she was resonates with her fan base about why she was held back all these years. Everybody knew exactly where she was. I love that type of shit, man. Don't blur the lines with me. Just fucking go right for the kill.
Yeah. No, this is what it's about. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Get in there and start a feud over hair pulling or some stupid dude? I mean, no, this makes sense. And this helps get the fans invested. Clearly the fans are way behind Ruby Soho right now. And mostly because they hated how she was treated when she was in WWE. So what does Britt Baker do? Hey, go back to fucking catering where you were, bitch. Like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, now they want to see her kick Britt Baker's ass. This is perfect. I love it.
Gonna be a great match when those two finally meet in the ring. We got Powerhouse Hobbs. He defeated Dante Martin of Top Flight. Dante Martin, man, I tell you, he's making the most of his time without his brother there. And, man, he's doing some great shit right now. He's really over. He's getting his shit in. They're featuring him on television. They're not letting him die like WWE would when half of a tag team goes away. He's getting the Jey Uso situation, which is a great thing to see. They didn't let Jey Uso just waste away when Jimmy was out all this time. So he's doing some great shit here, Dante Martin. Powerhouse Hobbs, he may have got concussed during this match, and it may have been on a dive from Dante Martin, but Dante immediately went to the skies, and Hobbs caught him with a springboard, and that looked really good. He caught him right in mid-flight, right outside. Dante used some of his quickness, hit a drop kick that sent Hobbs to the floor. He tried to follow it up with a tope, but Hobbs caught him, sent him hard into the ring post, threw him right into the ring post face first, followed it up by sending Dante repeatedly into the barricade. Hobbs was in control. He was beating down Dante, obviously, with his power and strength. Dante came back with a huge shotgun dropkick. Running senton for two. Hobbs rolled to the floor. Dante looked to hit a tope, but Hook hopped up on the apron to block it. Dante decided to hit a tope con hero instead over the top of Hook's head onto Hobbs out to the floor. That's exactly where he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him there. Dante...
He hit his head pretty good right there.
Yeah. Dante hit a step-up enziguri, I believe it was, and then Hobbs avoided a springboard. Dante hit a running kick before Hobbs turned the running offense into a spine buster for the win, which Hobbs, I will say, has a beautiful-looking spine buster, and I would not be opposed to that being his finisher. It looks fantastic. Hobbs was definitely knocked out at the end there. His eyes were a little glazed over, and that was pretty much it. Hobbs gets the victory, and he continues to look strong. Hobbs is actually in the top 5 of the AEW World Title rankings. Where that plays into his future remains to be seen.
I don't know, but you can kind of tell when Hobbs went to go cover Martin for the last pin. You can kind of tell he went and said something to him. I mean, it looked like that was not supposed to be the finish, but Hobbs decided to go home because he knew he was out of it.
Yeah.
He said something to him right away, like don't get up. I can't. I'm done. So I hope he's all right. Like it was a pretty nasty bump. And he looked pretty dizzy, so I hope he's okay.
Dan Lambert, he was with Men of the Year. They were up in the skybox. Lambert says AEW is now bringing in every skinny little dork to cover up the truth. I'm not sure if this is Dan Lambert or the soul of Vince McMahon. I don't know who's speaking here. Lambert says you may think AEW is the hottest thing going and tricking the fans, but the truth can't be hidden forever. Two of the best in the company are Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Lambert invites any two members of the locker room to take out Page and Sky. He looks forward to shutting everyone up so he doesn't have to hear that AEW chant ever again. Where is this going, Jesse? And are you enjoying Dan Lambert on television in these Vince McMahon-like segments?
Dude, out of the men of the year with Lambert, the best member of the group is Dan Lambert. This guy is money on a microphone, dude. Fucking money. Love it. I mean, he's so good. I don't even know if I want him with the men of the year anymore, man. Put him with somebody else. But he can help get them over. They gotta put some action to his words, though. They haven't really done anything in the ring since he's been vouching for them.
Exactly. I was just gonna say, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's either put up or shut up with these two guys. Like, you having this guy speak for you for the last month and a half now. What's going on? Where's it going?
Yeah, now it's time to go. Now they need to go out there, whoop some ass, be dominant in the win, maybe a couple of squash matches, and then have Lambert come out and talk some more shit and get them up in the tag team rankings. But Lambert can get these guys where they need to go, because both of these guys can go in the ring. It's just not very entertaining on the microphone, which is where Lambert comes in. I'm enjoying everything Lambert does in the mic, and you hit it out of the park. He does remind me of a late 90s, early 2000s Vince McMahon on the microphone.
Man, how looking at the Ethan Page signing all those months back, now looking at it in the grand scheme of things, I mean, talk about getting lost in the shuffle, bro. I remember when Ethan Page was in the news. Oh my God, AEW picked up Ethan Page. He's such a great man. If you get lost in the shuffle like in the shuffle like Ethan Page, holy shit, man, he's almost like a virtual nobody now with everything that's going on.
Yeah, probably Scorpio Sky bringing him down. I'm sorry,
What
man.
is with your Scorpio Sky hate, bro?
I'm not hating. Are you telling me he's good?
Scorpio Sky is very good when he wants to be, yeah.
What is he good at right now?
He's good at standing there, making Dan Lambert look good.
Exactly. He can go in the ring, which is something I've never disputed. But as far as this gimmick goes and this heel run is going, it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. It's not making any sense.
No. Now something's got to be done here.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, he says he's sick of Orange Cassidy running his fingers through his hair. He's going to shave Cassidy's hair off. And we get a promo from Orange Cassidy saying Matt Hardy wants to cut my hair. And then he says, whatever. It looks like we're getting a hair versus hair match between Cassidy and Matt Hardy again, bro. Are you interested in Matt Hardy or Orange Cassidy getting their hair cut?
No.
I thought so.
I want to see Orange Cassidy move up. I want to see Matt Hardy a little bit less in the ring.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Jeff Hardy released from WWE after him chasing around the 24/7 catering crew on Monday Night Raw, join AEW in 90 days, and get the Hardy Boys back together against the Young Bucks.
You know, I didn't see that episode, but I don't believe it happened because Jeff Hardy just beat Karrion Kross.
Oh, I ranted about that on the Raw review. I'm like, wow, all the plans that these geeks in WWE said were going to show itself when Kross lost to Hardy, right? What was the big story? Him running around chasing the 24/7 title?
That's so stupid.
What a joke. Andrew Zarian was talking to a source, or creative source in WWE all those months back, and this source said, I don't understand the fans being upset. It's all a part of the story. The story is the bigger thing, not the wrestling match. What happened? Did we miss the story somewhere? Did we miss the exit?
Next story is going to be Kross is going to be chasing for the 24/7 title.
Next thing you know, Kross is going to be featured on a Saturday morning cartoon. Exactly what he fucking looks like.
You guys laugh, man, but Kross is already on Moist TV.
Kross is already fucking better. His career is over.
Oh, God.
Nobody will take him seriously anymore.
No.
You know who we take serious, though? MJF, man. What a fucking night for MJF, man. This guy was on top of his game. He's like, you know what? I'm going to come out and cut one of the best promos I've cut while being in AEW, and that's exactly what he did in Cincinnati tonight. MJF makes his way to the ring with Wardlow. He doesn't look like he's in a good mood at all. And he lost to Chris Jericho at All Out, says he got robbed. He got robbed. There's a conspiracy against him, apparently. Jericho says before Sunday, he beat Jericho 3 times. He feels like there's bias against him because everybody in the back wants to be him. He rips Cincinnati. and calls it the Midwest because everything is mid. He makes fun of the Skyline Chili. He makes fun of the Cincinnati Reds. He says if they have a problem, why don't they jump the guardrail so he can beat the shit out of everybody who steps up to him? He says they won't because they're all cowards. MJF then brings his attention to Aunt Linda in the crowd, the woman who took care of Brian Pillman Jr. and the rest of Pillman Jr.'s family. He decides to go over, and it's Brian Pillman's daughter that MJF is going after. That would certainly explain your vile looks.
Oh, my God, dude. I seriously thought MJF was going to smack the shit out of Aunt Linda.
Oh my God, man. He said something along the line, don't you look at me, Aunt Linda.
I thought he was going to smack the shit out of Aunt Linda, man. What a heel.
So Pillman Jr.'s music hits. He comes out with a microphone. Pillman Jr. says he doesn't appreciate MJF talking trash about his hometown and his family. Says he knows MJF has had a silver spoon upbringing, but where he's from, it's the city that breeds badasses like Moxley and his father. Welcome to the jungle. MJF tells Pillman Jr. that he wants to go head-to-head on the mic, huh? So he brings up Pillman Jr.'s meth-addicted mother. Pillman gets into the ring, and Wardlow gets in the way. MJF wonders if Wardlow is going to help him like he did on Sunday, so he yells at Wardlow. He tells Wardlow to go in the corner and just look pretty. MJF says Pillman's mother should have aborted him, and then that's when Pillman attacked. He gets in a bunch of shots until Wardlow looks on, lets MJF get some punches on him, and then he steps in to save MJF. Pillman gets away, lands a few more shots in the corner until Wardlow finally takes him off. Snap suplex. Griff Garrison runs out there, eats a shot right from Wardlow and MJF's Dynamite Diamond Ring. Pillman gets in the way to keep MJF away from his tag team partner, and the crowd starts to chant, "You tapped out," to MJF as he walks to the back. Bro, this was fucking incredible. I love everything about what MJF brings to the table. What a prick, a heat magnet. It obviously reminds us of what we all used to love about professional wrestling back in the day when we grew up. He knows how to play his role perfectly. And I love the fact that we're getting a fresh new feud, and we're getting MJF and Brian Pillman Jr. in New York City, which is a great thing. And what I also love about this is the fact that Brian Pillman Jr. really has nothing going on right now. Griff Garrison and the Varsity Blondes are a really good tag team. I like them a lot. But the fact that Tony Khan took Dynamite to Cincinnati and Brian Pillman Jr. is a hometown guy, Tony Khan allowed Brian Pillman Jr. to go out there, get a hometown crowd pop, and book him in a segment that was red hot against MJF that leads to a match in New York City on their debut night in New York City. It's just like a perfect marriage of things that are going on right now, man. Tony Khan gets it. He didn't have to do this for Pillman tonight, but look at the reaction that he got in his hometown, and look at the opportunity he's getting now in New York City.
Bro, let me explain something to you. This is what MJF did tonight. He went out there and buried Aunt Linda.
Yep.
He buried Pillman's daughter. He buried
Cincinnati.
Pillman Jr.'s mom.
Cincinnati.
And he beat the shit out of Griff Garrison and Pillman, and he buried Wardlow. MJF hit for the fucking cycle tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody. Wardlow's a piece of shit. He's an idiot. Go stand in the fucking corner, you douche. Fucking Garrison and Pillman in the trainer's room fucking holding ice. Fucking and the sister's a slut. And Linda's fucking just buried, and the mom's a meth head. Dude, everybody got it. Everybody got fucking burned by MJF tonight. Fucking great, dude.
And the greatest thing of all is MJF is so incredible at what he does. It is going to play into a future Wardlow babyface turn. Can you imagine the fucking absolute star that Wardlow is going to be when he finally turns on MJF? Can you just actually realize that for a second? Like, this is all building up to obviously something happening. You don't do that and say that and have Wardlow look at MJF the way that he did tonight, and it's not leading to something. And it's going to make another star in the company a breakout guy in Wardlow, who is mega talented right now with all the potential in the world to be a breakout guy. This is what they are doing better than anybody. And I said this during the show tonight. Can you imagine MJF on a WWE program? Absolutely not in a million years. Could you imagine WWE actually even attempting to do a segment like this? AEW is playing on all the right things that make a great professional wrestling segment. Look at what MJF did and who he targeted tonight. Would you ever see that done on a WWE program? That's why nobody invests their time over there. And I don't want to really compare the two, but I have to because there's such glaring differences. This came off as real. This came off as just great heel work. You don't see this type of work being done in WWE. That's a problem right there.
How's that thought?
Yes, I see it. A $125 super chat.
Whoa.
I don't even know how to pronounce your name, bro. I'm going to try. Ani. I'm going to say Ani. Ani Sudarsan.
No, Adaruden.
There you go. Ani.
Did I nail it?
Probably. $125 super chat. Bomb! Great job with the recaps and reviews. You guys do an awesome job. I'm glad to be here multiple times a week. Keep it up, guys. The passion from both of you is infectious. This is a community I am glad to be a part of.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother. Much appreciated.
Dude, MJF is that gimmick that they're running over there in AEW with him is very, very, very protected in the sense of Tony Khan knows what kind of wild, gimmick he's running out there. So when he offends people and when he does things, he pisses people off, Tony Khan is quick to go and apologize for MJF's actions as he reminds them that he is a heel and everything else. And I love it. It keeps it organic and it keeps it real. Nobody on the planet who knows anything about wrestling expects to go up to MJF and not get insulted.
Bro, MJF, Tony Khan loves MJF. He put MJF over so big in the post-show scrum about what MJF has brought to him as far as like talent scouting. Chris Statlander and Bear Country and a bunch of other names that I can't really think of right now off the top of my head. MJF has given Tony Khan, his vision and his knowledge about who he should be looking at as far as who's out there on the independent scene. So
and Max Caster.
Max Caster, there you go, because you went to his concert in Chicago. I mean, MJF, Tony Khan's probably smiling from ear to ear just like the rest of us and laughing with us when MJF is in the ring because it's fucking incredible.
It's great. It's so great, dude. It's so fucking good. The guy, I can go out there. Dude, if they open Dynamite with a half-hour MJF promo every damn night, I promise you, I swear you won't hear a single complaint from me.
No. And the funny thing is, when he eventually wins the World Championship, can you imagine what that following Dynamite is going to feel like and look like with him opening the show as World Champion? Holy shit. You haven't seen anything yet.
That'll be the first instance they're going to throw garbage in the ring. They're going to throw trash in the fucking ring when he wins that fucking title, dude. He is such a fucking hateable prick.
I love it. I'm actually looking forward to this match with Pillman Jr. He's going to get and AEW just announced their Long Island debut in December. And MJF is from Long Island. Can you imagine the bullshit he's going to get for that show? Oh my goodness.
Wow, dude. I don't know how he just organically and just it feels like he just came into pro wrestling that way. If you go look at his stuff in the indies, he's always had that demeanor and that confidence and that promo in him. He's just made to be a dick.
And we haven't even seen the best of him yet, man. That's the fucking scary thing.
No.
What was scary was this Jamie Hayter Ruby Soho match, man. What'd you think of this match for a debut match for Ruby against Jamie Hayter? It looks like Jamie Hayter, obviously I know Jamie Hayter's background is a little bit of a strong style style for her. She was pretty brutal with Ruby tonight. What'd you think of this match? Did they gel well together? Could it have been done a little bit better? Ruby looked like she got knocked silly in this match at one point or another.
No, it just felt like they didn't have any real chemistry between the two of them.
Yep.
I don't want to put it on Hayter. I definitely don't want to put it on Ruby at all, because she had a fantastic showing on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, at the same time, just because, I mean, look, it happens. It fucking happens. Okay. So I'm not going to put it on anybody. It just looked like it was just no chemistry, that maybe they've never actually worked together before this. I don't know.
I would probably say no on that, because she worked fun. I don't know how well she knows Thunder Rosa, but they worked great in the closing segments of that Battle Royal on Sunday.
It killed it.
Yeah. That's something I'm looking forward to eventually down the line. That's a future world championship match right there. But I agree with you. There was no communication, chemistry here. It was something where I think these two women were legitimately in the ring for the first time with each other tonight.
It happens. I mean, look, maybe it was Hayter. I'm not familiar with Jamie Hayter's overall experience. I know Ruby has a tremendous amount of experience, ring work and everything else. So you put her in the ring with Thunder Rosa, everything came out perfect. Put her in the ring with Hayter, things didn't work out too well. So it's easy to point the finger at Hayter, but again, it could have just been a chemistry thing.
Yeah. So this match wasn't all that bad. Ruby gets the win, and she lands a DDT after bouncing off the top rope, goes for a cover. Soho was moving a little slow because Jamie Hayter got some shots in there. Soho tried for a Saito suplex. That was blocked. Ruby then lifts her up. Jamie on her shoulders. She tried for a Poison Rana. They looked like they got mixed up. So Soho just twisted into a modified face buster. They actually recovered quite nicely there on that. And that's where the no chemistry comes into play. Hayter gets in some moves, lifts Soho, backbreaker across the knee, which looked like it sucked. Sliding elbow, pin 1-2, only gets a 2 count. Soho then with the eat defeat right to the jaw, and that was enough to cover 1-2-3. Ruby wins her debut match on Dynamite. Post-match, Britt Baker and Rebel attack. They look to do more damage, and Riho runs out for the save. Hayter gets a hold of Riho, lifts and drops her. Baker was going to stomp Ruby on the title with a curb stomp. Statlander runs out with a chair, starts wildly swinging the chair around, and she saves the day here, which leads to a 6-woman tag on Rampage between all 6 of these ladies. What do you think of the post-match, Jesse? Statlander still being involved here, saving the day.
First off, I'm tagging that kick the Soho kick.
Okay.
I don't know if she did or she did not yet, but I like the Soho kick. Why is Riho out there?
I don't know why Riho is out there. Probably to anger me and piss me off.
Probably. And for that matter, why is Chris Statlander out there?
I don't know. She lost clean, and she should go back to the back of the line.
Now, there were no rematches.
No.
All right. And she's not necessarily in the title picture right now. We might get some 3-on-3 action, which I'm sure that's coming. But I mean, look, I've made it abundantly clear that Statlander is easily my favorite alien anywhere ever. And if she wants a title shot every week for the next month, I'm okay with that. But it doesn't make any fucking sense. She should be at the back of the line.
She should definitely be at the back of the line.
Yeah.
But we all know Ruby's getting the title shot, so she's out there just being a babyface.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, I don't want her to lose to Britt Baker and then she's now just on dark somewhere. She's still out there, mingling up with the big stars. And that's where Chris Statlander needs to be. Statlander needs to be kept at the top of the women's division, along with Thunder Rosa, along with Ruby Soho, and Britt Baker, obviously, and the women's division is going places behind them.
Should be good, man. The women's division is pretty stacked if you really look at it.
Yeah.
Gonna be fun times, man. Thunder Rosa, Ruby Soho, Britt Baker, Sheeta, Statlander, Red Velvet, Jade Cargill coming along. We got some solid names there, man.
Yes.
Solid names.
Yes. And I'm gonna make it clear. I mean, there are a lot of fantastic women out there. What I'm just saying is these 4, they're there to lead the other women into the next level for the women's division in AEW.
Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, they have a match coming up. Cage asks Starks if he's sick and tired of all this yet. He wants Starks to cut the crap. One-on-one match. Starks says Cage is going to find out why they call him Absolute Ricky Starks. I didn't care then. I don't care now, Jesse.
Nah, not really. I mean, just go wrestle and talk shit. That's what he does best.
The Dark Order. They have some issues going on. John Silver, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson with number 5 and number 10 with Colt Cabana on the outside. They had a 6-man tag against Shawn Spears and FTR with Wardlow and Tully Blanchard. The Dark Order seem to be cracking, Jesse. There's problems within the Dark Order. And the news going around, and this is not coincidental at all because I do think one is going to lead to the other. Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, is getting even closer to an AEW arrival. This will be the next name to join AEW after WWE absolutely fucking killed this guy not once, but twice in WWE. Bray Wyatt was released from his WWE contract, and it was a huge shock for everybody in the pro wrestling world. Ringside News has learned that unless things change, the current working plan is for Bray to debut in AEW once his 90-day non-compete clause is up, and that is up on October 30th of this year. Now, Full Gear, AEW's next pay-per-view is happening on November 13th. They pushed the date back, and a new venue is, I think, going to be announced because Tony Khan's probably looking at a bigger venue, as he rightfully should. But with Wyndham, Rotunda could offer a lot to AEW, and there are some obvious connections within the company as well. Many fans are already making memes about Wyatt's arrival, especially after Punk, Ruby, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson all ended up in AEW. And AEW is not the only company interested, as Impact Wrestling is... Impact Wrestling trying to sign Bray Wyatt, man. Give me a break. When is he going to show up and wrestle in front of 50 people, man? Give me a break, you Impact geeks out there, man. Listen, the Forbidden Door works, but not for Wyndham, okay?
Yeah, go get Braun.
It'll work for him.
Yeah.
But not this ex-Wyatt family member. So Impact is trying to... I just find it funny, man. Where they get this money from? Impact. Whatever.
I would actually love to see Braun go to Impact, just so get Wyatt with the Dark Order, and they can bring Braun in for a one-off run-in type deal. Have a little pop, send them back to Impact.
Listen, man. Never mind that fucking geek, Braun Strowman. There's connections here. I do think that he's going to come in, and all this happening with the Dark Order, bro, it's not by coincidence. It's not because, hey, man, we got nothing to do with the Dark Order. They actually have plans for the Dark Order, and I do think that this leads this leads to Wyndham coming in, and I hope, and I know Tony Khan, he's not going to drop the ball on this. He rarely does. I do think if he comes in, we need to see the Dark Order. And I think we need to see a different Dark Order, not this geeky, funny shit. I think we need to see serious. I mean, ex-Wyatt family type shit.
Yeah, I can see that. The Dark Order is over. Dark Order is over as fuck. So they're not getting dismantled. They're not getting pushed to the wayside. And like you said, this is all building to something. They now have, at this moment right now, as when they started this riff, they already had the plans for the future of the Dark Order. Everybody's hoping Wyatt, guessing Wyatt. They could swerve us and do something else, but if history's taught us anything, when the fans keep asking for something, Tony fucking delivers. Yep. So, and I'm way behind the creative genius of Wyndham Rotunda, so I'm sure he would have some fantastic plans for him in the Dark Order. So, I think it's a fantastic spot for him. It puts him square smack dab in the mid card instead of having to shuffle and figure out how to get him in the ring with Omega and everything. We'll get there down the road. We get the Dark Order in order. No pun intended. See Wyatt's vision for his new gimmick going forward, and we can work it from there. But Dark Order is over as hell, and so is Rotunda. So this is only gonna be successful. Only gonna be successful.
Do you see the Dark Order members changing when Wyndham comes in, or if he comes in to lead the Dark Order? Do you see them keeping the same type of guys like a Johnny Silver and Alex Reynolds and a Colt Cabana, or do we see a completely new Dark Order?
That's a good question. It depends on if Wyatt plans on working heel or face with the Dark Order, because we can take out some of the unhealable members. You can take out Johnny Silver. He can't go heel. You know, you can take out Five and a couple other guys, but Uno can definitely do heel. You know, and you can have a darker Dark Order and just take the other guys, turn them babyface and have them feud, or you can turn them all. I mean, it's seriously the vision of what they want to do with Dark Order. I don't know if they want to keep them babyface or go full heel.
Bro, you know what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking they go heel. I think Wyndham comes in and he does the whole heel thing. They go dark, and I think we get some of these members really exiled from the group. And man, oh man, if Wyndham comes in, I know Adam Page is probably going to take a couple of steps down from where he was going to be for the World Championship. Not to say he's not going to win the World Championship ever, but I do think that that boat has passed. I do think that we now have to start rebuilding Page when he comes back to television to get him to that spot. But man, if Wyndham comes in, can you imagine his first major feud being with Adam Page, bro? Holy shit.
Oh, hell no, man. Look, no. First off, and I didn't think about this till right now, I don't think Wyatt has ever been full heel. So I don't know how he can come into the Dark Order and be heel here. He's been tweener at best.
Yeah.
I mean, so if he came over here, especially the pop he's gonna get, it's gonna be hard to turn him heel. He can come in and work tweener, and everyone in the Dark Order can easily work tweener and stay in the Dark Order. So if we do that, now Hangman. I think Hangman is in for a fucking mega push. He's the only elite member that's not involved in the new elite and everything else. I think him, Brian, and maybe whoever else, they all feud with the elite. I think Hangman is still going to be the one to dethrone Kenny. He probably has to get through his brother Cole first and everything. Dude, Hangman is in for a ridiculous push when he comes back, man. Hangman, Cole, and Hangman?
Take my money with that.
Hangman Cole, Hangman Page, come on, man. What? Yeah. I mean, my God.
That may actually be. I don't know when they do. We'll talk about it in a second. I don't know when they do the Danielson Kenny Omega match, but if they do Danielson Omega at Full Gear and then they do Cole versus Hangman at Full Gear, bro, what a show already.
It's
like a fucking dream match.
6-man tag. Trios title, 6-man tag. Hangman, Brian Punk.
Yeah. Dude, imagine that.
With the new acquisitions, I think Hangman's spot is solidified, dude. He is gonna be the ultimate babyface in the dynamic as the feud with the elite picks up, because he is the guy that people wanted originally, and now these other guys come in, and the elite has strengthened, and Hangman still wants nothing to do with them. He's gonna feud with them. Hangman's gonna be the one to ultimately beat Kenny. I still get Hangman on top right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting where he fits in. I know Tony Khan said at the Scrum when I was there Sunday that he personally asked for time off. We don't know exactly how long, but Adam Page will definitely be factored into something along the lines. I don't know where his ties are going to be with the Dark Order. I just threw that out there. But I like your idea better. I think him being involved with the Elite is probably the way to go.
Yeah, think about this shit. While he takes his hiatus to take care of his his wife and his kid and everything else, the Elite runs roughshod. They probably beat Brian too, and everything else. But at the end of it, who comes in and saves the day at the end of this feud? It's fucking Hangman Page, dude.
Yep.
Oh my God, the place will fucking explode.
Well, we're going to get into what happened there with the Elite in just a second. Just quick, after this match was over, we got the Pinnacle, FTR and Shawn Spears winning. I thought Shawn Spears looked great in this match, and we got them winning with the finish of Shawn Spears. So that was pretty much what happened there. After the match, the Dark Order started to break down a little bit more. Uno gets in Silver's face, starts yelling at him. Silver shoves him down. Grayson with a kick to the head, and the other guys start fighting. Tay Conti and Anna Jay come out and they look on and they continue to yell at each other. So the cracks are getting bigger and bigger until Wyndham hopefully comes in, and that's what leads to the Dark Order kind of getting back on the same page. We'll see what happens there. But as far as I'm sorry.
You see how Anna Jay is just kind of kicking back and not happy with what she's seeing?
Yep.
I wonder if she's the one that brings in Wyndham.
It's an interesting possibility. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Whatever it is, Wyndham, I'm sure, is going to have a hand in it, and it's going to be just as good as the reveal of Brody. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what happens with him. The Elite, speaking of the Elite, they were in the ring with Tony Schiavone. Don Callis takes the microphone and pretty much shoos Tony Schiavone away. Kenny Omega is the #1 professional wrestler in the world, according to the PWI 500. And this set social media ablaze today with all the fucking geeks in the community complaining about Kenny Omega winning over Roman Reigns. Every year.
Every fucking year we gotta explain this shit's all kayfabe.
It's every year. You people are absolutely fucking ridiculous with your goddamn bitching and moaning. For all the people that say I bitch and moan, look at you geeks out there doing the same fucking thing over a goddamn kayfabe article.
Every year.
It was either going to be Roman or Kenny. It doesn't matter who it ended up being. But I will say this, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Yeah. Kenny Omega is one of the best professional wrestlers on the planet. He should be the AEW World Champion because there's nobody in that company that is even comparable to Kenny Omega. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Roman Reigns has been the best professional wrestler as far as what he's done all year since the day he came back as a heel and aligned himself with Paul Heyman. Now, my line of thinking is, what show would be worse without who? It's like who's the MVP for their brand? If Kenny Omega was removed, knowing what we have now, if Kenny Omega was removed from AEW and AEW did not have Omega, would they be okay? Would they be where they are right now? Yes.
Yeah.
If you take Roman Reigns away from WWE, if you take Roman Reigns away from SmackDown, what does that mean for Roman Reigns? Or what does that mean for SmackDown? What does that mean for WWE? They would not even be at all a fucking thing. SmackDown would be as worse as Raw, and WWE would be as fucking low as they've ever been without Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the only reason why WWE is right now producing any sort of good television. So who's more important to their brand, Roman or Kenny? Roman is. Roman should be the #1 guy just based off a non-kayfabe fucking article. Give me a break.
Yeah, but I think that plays into reality of who's the best. I think kayfabe-wise, it is Kenny because the guy held multiple world titles on multiple companies. Roman held one. Kenny was the top guy in like three fucking companies, dude. 3. Right. I mean, and he was a fucking tag champ.
So what are you saying there? Like because he's won multiple world championships in other promotions besides AEW, he should be #1?
How many other people won world titles in other promotions in wrestling?
Bro, Roman Reigns has made the Universal Championship the most important championship in all professional wrestling.
Kenny Omega has made 3 world titles
Kenny Omega did shit with the Impact title and he hasn't done shit with the AAA Mega Championship.
Yeah, but he is the AEW champion.
He is the AEW champion. But I'm saying Roman has beat Bryan, Edge, Cena. He's about to slay Lesnar. He's going to go on to beat Dwayne whenever that happens. He's beaten Cesaro. He's about to beat Finn Balor. I mean, Roman and all the months that he's held this championship, to me, dude, the one reign that he's held that championship is greater than however many other world championships Kenny Omega wins. He's making the Universal Championship the most sought after, most powerful belt in all of professional wrestling. I've said this time and time again. When someone beats Roman Reigns, it's pretty much he's collected souls from all these different fucking people, and you're about to be giving somebody the greatest gift in professional wrestling. You can't duplicate that.
Now, if we come around this time next year and Roman is still champion and still no one's beat him, boom, fine. I'll put him number one in the kayfabe list. But just for as much work Kenny has put in as far as defending titles in other countries, winning world titles, putting people over and everything else, I'm going to say Kenny Omega. Because, again, who holds multiple world titles at the same time? And that's something that Roman will never, ever, 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 ever fucking do.
Listen, everybody in the chat that's saying Roman Reigns is overrated, you are a complete fucking buffoon, number one. Number two, how are you guys ragging on me for saying the Universal Championship is the more important championship in pro wrestling than the AEW title? They're about even right now. Don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit. They're even. I'm not here to toe the fucking AEW company line. What Roman has done with the Universal Championship is fucking great. Don't take anything away from what he's done there.
Yeah, guys, it's a debatable point. It's not a foregone conclusion or a runaway. You know, it's a debatable point with an intelligent conversation. But to say, oh, it's just Roman or oh, it's just Kenny, forget about it, is a little bit. I mean, you got to explain your points. I mean, because it's close. It's fucking close.
Who's the better pro wrestler? Kenny Omega. Yes, I know. Kenny Omega's the better pro wrestler. I'm not talking about the better pro wrestler. I'm talking about what each guy has done and what they mean for their respective shows.
Yeah. I don't like saying, well, Kenny's a better wrestler than Roman, because it makes it sound like, well, Roman can't wrestle. That's not what it is. You know, you ask me which one is better out of two great guys, one has to be better. That doesn't mean the other one sucks. All right. I mean, if I'm second best to Kenny Omega in wrestling, I feel very fucking proud. You know, but it's all right. But yeah, I'm gonna say Omega is way more experienced than Roman Reigns in the ring. So that alone makes Kenny Omega the better wrestler.
Do I think Roman
Insider list is all about, though?
Do I think Roman is getting a little boring? Yes, I do. Because that's what they're waiting on Dwayne. They're waiting on Dwayne to come in. They have nothing else. That's why they brought Lesnar back and fast-tracked him back.
Yeah, but we're talking about the work that has already happened over the last year, guys.
Listen, I'm gonna use a baseball analogy. If Freddie Freeman hit 50 home runs, batted .330, drove in 125 RBIs, whatever the case may be, and the Braves didn't make the playoffs, do you give him the MVP of the entire National League? I, in my honest opinion, don't. But if you have somebody who is on, another team, say, I don't know, it could be legitimately anybody else that does the same thing, and that team makes the playoffs, and he's the sole reason why that team makes the playoffs. Without that guy, they don't make the playoffs. I'm giving the MVP to that guy. I'm not giving the MVP to somebody who did all these great things, but he didn't help his fucking team make the playoffs. I'm not about that.
No.
How valuable are you to your brand? Without Roman, WWE is fucking dead. On top of what they are now. Without Roman, SmackDown is shit.
Yeah.
You guys got to think about that. I'm not ragging on Kenny. I love Kenny. I love what he's done with the championship. The prestige of the belts are very important to me. You got to understand the way I'm saying and where I'm coming from. I know someone's going to fucking clip this shit out of context, but whatever the case may be, it happens every week over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tony Schiavone's in the ring. Don Callis promoting Kenny Omega, number one. Callis says the tag team titles are stolen from the Young Bucks on Sunday, but they have a plan to get them back. And Jackson says they are going to get them back. Speaking of getting things back, he introduces Adam Cole. Hey, Bay. I love his theme music. Shout out to Mikey Ruckus, man. His theme music is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's all about the boom, baby. Love it. So great to have him actually have theme music now instead of that terrible NXT theme he had.
Yeah, I had to listen to it on YouTube, like just by itself for a little bit, and I like it. It's good.
It's like a mixture of his old Undisputed Era theme music mixed with whatever's going on now. It's great.
Man, I wish there was a way for Tony Khan to buy that fucking Undisputed Era music.
Nah, man, it's that, bro. Those glory days are now gone. unfortunately.
Man, that'd be so fucking nice. That was the best fucking theme song for Adam Cole right there.
Listen, bro, this guy gets on the microphone, and the first thing he does is get in Shivani's face because he's friends with Britt Baker. But even if he looks at her weird, he will whoop his ass, he says. The first thing he says on a promo in AEW on his debut. He's going to kick Tony Schiavone's ass. Anyway. He kicks Schiavone out of the ring. Get out of my ring, nerd, he says.
I'm buried.
Cole says All Elite Wrestling is the greatest professional wrestling company in the world. And you thought that was said by just mere coincidence, right? That was done by design. It's all because of the Elite. He isn't lying. He continues to say that he may be new here, but he's shown for 14 years he's a once-in-a-generation wrestler. You hear that, Bruce? Not sure you really heard me over in Stamford. He says Omega is a once-in-a-lifetime wrestler. Now the Elite has Adam Cole, baby. Cole announces he's going to make his AEW in-ring debut on next week's show. Omega gets on the microphone. He says the one thing he hates is being interrupted. So out comes Bryan Danielson. His music hits. Yes chants all over Cincinnati. Danielson snatches the microphone from Omega and asks the fans if they want to see him go against Kenny Omega. I think Jesse broke out into cold sweats when this line was said on Dynamite tonight. Take my money, man. Tony Khan's already got my credit card, bro. Pay for the next pay-per-view. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't think I was going to make it onto the review tonight after that one.
Bro, we may actually get this in New York City in 2 weeks. Can you imagine that? Tony Khan headlining Arthur Ashe Stadium with Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson. Is that a possibility? No? Yes? Maybe? Are you alive? Did you pass out with the thought of these two fucking men in the ring? History, bro.
Well,
history.
Bryan said that's not how it works here.
I know. Well, yes, he did. He did say that, to be fair. Bryan says Omega isn't taking the match well because he knows Bryan is better than him. He's not on his level. Omega takes off his jacket, goes for a swing. Bryan dodges him, goes for a yes lock, and the Elite attack him. What I found funny here, Jesse, is fucking, what's his name? Spraying the cold spray in his eyes, and Bryan didn't release the fucking hold.
Spraying cold spray on him.
Spraying the cold spray in his face. And Bryan's like, fuck this shit. I'm not letting go of this hole. Omega's tapping out. And we got Marco Stunt and Luchasaurus with Jungle Boy running out. They run down the Young Bucks. Brandon Cutler's the only guy left in the ring. He goes back to retrieve his cell phone. What a geek. Guy gets blasted with a running knee, and Bryan sends him out of the ring. Oh, my goodness, man. Bro, if this match happens, worldwide headlines everywhere. If a match like this happens, man, I honestly, if I am Vince McMahon and anyone in WWE, I don't know how I just sit around and say, sports entertainment, Omos and Bobby Lashley. I don't know how you don't combat that, bro. History, this match is history.
Bro, hey, did you see that Sasha Banks tweeted
what
the final countdown?
Yes. Yeah, but that was that may obviously be for who we think it is, but I also do think that there's a little subtle hint about when she's coming as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the report. Yeah. That it's probably when she's coming back on the 12th or whatever. But it's kind of weird that on Sunday she tweeted the final countdown.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday.
Yep.
That's not a coincidence, dude.
Bro, I was talking to Hodge because I went to go pick up my new Monster PC. Okay? Okay? Actually going to go get it. And I had to go make a payment today. And I got a situation where him and I are talking, and he's going over professional wrestling. And I'm bringing up the idea of all these defections over to AEW. And I'm like, when Sasha's a free agent, don't you think that Mercedes is going to actually give this a real fucking thought about jumping to AEW?
She's gone, dude.
Can you imagine that, bro? And I know you've mentioned Charlotte Flair before as well. Can you imagine both Sasha and Charlotte jumping ship?
She's gone. The only one who's definitely not leaving is Becky.
Yeah.
Maybe Bayley because she's always been treated well and she's a loyal person.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The only one that's not leaving for absolute certainty is Becky. But Charlotte's gone. Sasha's gone.
Yep.
Bayley, I don't know. She might follow Sasha. She might stay. I don't know. But yeah, they're gonna lose Charlotte and Sasha for sure.
That would be crazy. I mean, if you guys don't think Sasha's gonna actually entertain an offer from AEW, I mean, you got to be crazy.
That would absolutely put the women's division over the top.
Yep. So this was I don't want to use lewd language on this show more than I have to, but this is boner-like situations here with Omega and Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. Can you imagine that? Unbelievable.
Man. Try to remember back, man, 5 years ago, whatever. Saying things like, man, what if we can get Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega in a match? Dude, we just had them in the fucking ring together tonight.
Yep.
My God, man. Did anybody else not see that shit? They were in the ring together.
Oh, I saw it.
You saw it? I know I saw it, man.
I may have wet my pants a little bit.
Oh,
but it is what it is, man. Friday's Rampage. I'm hearing Andrade and Pac tore it down. What else did you fucking expect? I mean, give me a break. Pac and Andrade, Friday's Rampage. Max Caster with Anthony Bowens versus Brian Pillman Jr. Darby and Sting respond to Tully Blanchard. And Ruby Soho, Riho, and Chris Statlander versus Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel. And then next week's Dynamite, Adam Cole, baby, makes his in-ring return against Frankie Kazarian. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Layla Hirsch. And Darby Allin with Sting versus Shawn Spears and Tully Blanchard. And then Grand Slam on September 22nd, Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black.
I got my money on Frankie Kazarian winning.
Jesus Christ, man. Frankie Kazarian going over Bebe?
Gonna happen. Watch.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to seeing Bebe in the ring. It's going to be great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Minoru Suzuki versus Jon Moxley. This was, I think, a little stretched for time.
Yeah.
And this felt kind of rushed for me, but the crowd loved it. Cincinnati loved it. It's not going to be the last time somebody from New Japan walked through the forbidden door to stare down Moxley. Maybe it's Naito. Maybe it's Okada, Ibushi, Tanahashi. We don't know. They got a slew of people that could walk through the forbidden door, but this match was exactly what people expected it to be, Jesse. Mr. Suzuki ended up busted open. I don't know how, but there was elbows, there were fists, there were headbutts. These guys beat the shit out of each other. Moxley was throwing chops in the corner and then gets whipped into the other side. Suzuki with a kick to the face, tries for another. Moxley catches him and then bites Suzuki in the face. I guess that's where he got busted open. Suzuki does it right back. Both men start throwing headbutts. They go down. Suzuki got a Gotch-style pile driver, but Moxley with a back body drop counter goes right into a paradigm shift. Suzuki's busted open. Moxley with a big lariat cover only gets a 1 count. Moxley with another lariat. Suzuki doesn't go down. He tries again. Suzuki ends up coming back with a single leg drop kick, which looked great. Suzuki locked in a rear naked choke. Moxley gets away and throws a big right hand. Another one. He goes down. Moxley with the paradigm shift. And 1, 2, 3 gets the win over Minoru Suzuki. And that was pretty much it. Moxley heads up into the stand, celebrates with his hometown about 4 minutes before the top of the hour. Tony Khan gave him a little bit of time to celebrate with his hometown crowd, and Moxley ended the show on what was a fantastic episode of AEW Dynamite tonight.
Is it me, or is that paradigm shift becoming more and more of a double underhook suplex?
That's exactly what it is. It's not even a paradigm shift. I don't know why he changed it.
It's supposed to be a double arm DDT.
I don't know why he changed it.
I don't know. I don't know. He just takes you all the way over. It's a double underhook suplex. It's not even a DDT anymore.
I don't know, man. But I enjoyed this for what it was. It wasn't anything all that special. I wish they had a little bit more time to get their shit in, but it was a TV main event. It was built on the names alone here. Forbidden Door got people to watch Dynamite. It did what it needed to do. They delivered a brawl. Someone ended up busted open. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a reason that Moxley is sending these open contracts to New Japan. And it's leading up to something, and it's leading up to a name bigger than what we've been getting. We're going to get something huge for Moxley.
Well, you mentioned to me today, bro, and I had to check into it. Kenny Omega talks shit to Will Ospreay and New Japan, saying that they're ice cold over there, and nobody since I left has stepped up. Shame.
Here we go.
You know? I don't know what's going to happen there, but...
And he's feuding on multiple fronts, man.
Listen, if Will Ospreay wants to walk through the forbidden door, man, I'll leave that fucking door. I'll be the doorman.
I gave him the fucking key.
I'd be the doorman, bro. Come on in, man. I don't even want a tip. Just come on in. You need your bags carried. I'll carry them too.
Look, Ospreay, give him a key. Tell him to go to the fucking hardware store, cut copies, give them to fucking Okada, Naito. Just pass the fucking keys out, dude.
An elevated paradigm shift is the Death Rider, people are calling it in the chat. I mean, what are you, fucking Moxley's trainer now?
No, it's not.
We're not in Japan. It's the fucking paradigm shift. It's a DDT. He's been doing this for months now.
Move with a little bit of a twist and call it a different name. No. It just looks like the same move.
Oh, it's an elevated suplex. No, it's the wrong move. They call it the paradigm shift. They don't call it the Death Rider on Dynamite. I'm sorry. My ears are clean.
Yeah. They call it paradigm shift.
Anyway. We got some super chats to go over, man.
There we go.
People are excited. Appreciate you guys very much. Hit that thumbs up, man. We got 1391 in the chat. Let's try for 1,500. If we can get to 1,500, man, I'll watch 2 Wrestle Talk podcasts.
Oh, wait. Sith is right. Didn't Punk and Ospreay get into a Twitter beef a couple of years ago?
Yeah, they did.
They did, didn't they?
They did.
There we go.
Hit that thumbs up, guys. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. If you guys want to get your super chats in, man, it's last call at the bar. Issa's about to close the bar down, so get him on in. Get him on in. We'll be hanging out with Issa maybe during Grand Slam, man. Me, Issa, and Andrew Zarian having a New York City meetup for content creators in the New York area, man. We may get Solid Monster involved as well if he wants to join in. Always happy to have him involved.
I think Issa called off. She's at the fucking gym right now.
Yes, Issa is at the gym. She was commenting in the chat saying that it was incredibly fun meeting both of us in Chicago.
Yeah, Issa is fucking awesome. She's hilarious.
And shout out to Matt from Wrestle Rumble, too. I heard he did some good Samaritan things when Ubers weren't around at the end of the event on Sunday, and the Now Arena being in the middle of nowhere and no Ubers in sight. But Matt from Wrestle Rumble has always been a quality human being to me and everyone around him. He's a fucking saint. He's a great guy, too. Happy to see him as well. Hopefully we see him again soon. Mm-hmm. Let's get into the Super Chats, guys. Let's run these down quick. Zach JD with a 199 Super Chat. Do you think AJ Styles will ever be All Elite? Yes, I do. Michelle Moran with a $5 Super Chat. Looks like Bryan may take the belt from Omega. I don't know why you would think that. Who's beating Kenny Omega? And why would it be Bryan Danielson? Why?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Not yet, anyway. Fine by me. And can anyone else see that Cole is going to turn on Omega and the Young Bucks? Kevin Owens is elite in February.
I don't know about that one, man.
Adam Cole turning on Omega and the Young Bucks? Why are we booking him to turn already when he's not even there a week yet?
It just started like yesterday or some shit, man.
Oh my God. Michelle, love you, but come on now. No. DV Acme with a $5 Super Chat. Love the Battle Royal Fallout segment. Unlike WWE, AEW knows that a Battle Royal is a great way to move multiple angles and forward angles simultaneously. Yes, I did not cover that in the actual review, but they did go over that, which was very nice. We got Jade Cargill feuding with everybody. Thunder Rosa pretty much wanting to get back on track, and Anna Jay and Tay Conti upset. Nyla Rose. A lot of moving parts there, man. I like it.
Yes.
Dwayne Cruz with a $5 Super Chat. JD, tell these e-nerds for me that TK can sign whoever he wants. He legit got everyone on the show. If Steen wants to come over, sign away. Yes.
Yeah, I had a point to this. Everybody is, since the news of Kevin Owens broke, everybody is now on the, oh, well, Tony can't sign all these guys. He has nowhere to put them on everything else. I think you guys are forgetting about one little thing, and that's the thing that a lot of wrestlers around the world would complain about, and that's not having an off season. But if you have a mega roster like Tony Khan does, he has room to tell Kenny Omega to go take 3 months off.
Yep.
You don't have to work all year round. Hey, Brian, go take 3 months off. Who's next? Cole, go take 3 months off.
Yep.
And the show will not miss a fucking beat because you have superstar talent across the board. So they get to work and they get to take vacations like normal fucking employees.
How many top guys does WWE have on either brand? Not many. If Roman went down, who's their top guy on SmackDown? Nobody.
Uso, I think.
Nobody. If Bobby Lashley goes down with injury, who's the number one guy on Monday Night Raw? Randy Orton?
Randy Orton.
They don't have that. You know, back in the day, WWE had 3, 4, 5 top guys they could rely on. If Austin went down, they had The Rock. If The Rock went down, they had Triple H. If Triple H went down, they had The Undertaker, Mankind, Shawn Michaels, so on and so forth. They don't have these types of guys like that anymore. AEW is, like Jesse said, if one of these guys went down, I mean, take a pick of the litter, who you want to lead the show.
It doesn't matter. Flip a fucking coin.
Yeah. Chase Wood with a $50 super chat. Free Panama Sunrises for JD and Jesse tonight. Thanks for the stream. Great Dynamite tonight.
Thank you.
Chase Wood, thank you so much, man. I've never had a Panama Sunrise, but I'd like to be in Panama with a cold drink in my hand, for sure.
Yeah.
DX for life with a Australia mate. $5 super chat. Crazy how AEW is stacked with stories in all different directions, and it makes sense. Love seeing Punk trying to spotlight younger talent as well. Of course. He also says TK should sign Owens and Zayn. Having a stacked roster allows for top stars to rest. Omega could be gone for a whole pay-per-view cycle, and it won't hurt them. Look at you. You're reading Jesse's mind. Look at that.
See? Seriously, right after All Out, come on the next Wednesday, do a follow-up, go home, be with your family for a few months because you're not going to be at Full Gear.
Yep.
Come back at the end of Full Gear or the night after, fresh. Somebody else can take a leave after they taken the loss and lost their title or something like that. It all fucking works out. All you need is long-term story planning and talent that can step up when major talent goes down, and they have that now.
Drizzy Drew with a $4.99 super chat. Was Ruby selling the neck or an actual pain? Sheesh. Hayter works real stiff, man. Might have to tone it down a bit, but I like what I'm seeing from her. I just think Ruby's a consummate professional. She was selling like a pro wrestler should, but it did look a little stiff. Yes, that one of those Yushi-Giroshis looked a little stiff.
Yeah.
Trey O'Garrickson with a $4.99 super chat. First, great to know that Triple H will be okay. Second, it's great to see Punk mingle with the other talent rather than immediately get with Omega. Well, Punk is back because he wants to continue to build new talent, bro. He believes in what Tony Khan and AEW is doing, and he's working with the young guys before he gets himself involved in a main event stint with somebody else. It's great. Jacob Donnelly with a $5 super chat. Give me Adam Cole versus Tony Schiavone, Britt's best friend versus boyfriend money match. I'll pass, Jacob.
I hope they don't make them a couple on TV.
No.
I like the comments. I like the little nod with Britt doing the Panama Sunrise. I like that. But I don't want to see them walking around like fucking Seth and Becky did.
No.
That's bullshit, dude. No,
not at all. Even though I did enjoy Baron Corbin giving an end of days to Becky Lynch with Seth Rollins right there.
That was the best thing Corbin's ever done in his fucking career.
I absolutely agree. It was
Man,
awesome.
That was so fucking good.
Oh, but how could you put your hands on a woman? It was great.
That's so good.
Becky Lynchburg.
And she sold the shit out of it, too. That was so good.
It's beautiful. Eddie Hazard with a $19.99 super chat. Thank you, Eddie. Is it too soon for another blood and guts match? It feels like the Elite versus Danielson, Kaz, Jurassic Express are headed in that direction. I'd love to see it in Newark where the original one was supposed to be with a full crowd. We're not getting it next week, but it certainly looks like we could be headed in that direction next year.
Also, and to the point of wrestlers getting time off and off seasons, think about this. How long has Hangman been gone?
A month now?
Yeah. Who misses him?
Nobody.
It's not that he sucks.
Nope.
I mean, we have so much other shit to get invested in. I can't wait for him to come back, especially with all the shit we have going on with the Elite. I can't wait for him to come back. So the fact that he's out, that's fine. We got other shit to do, but when he comes back, it gets even better. You know, so he can come back and murder Kenny. Kenny, I heard, has been having nagging injuries for I don't know how long. Give that guy a few months off. We got plenty that can run the fucking company right now without him.
Yep. Tony Brown with a $4.99 super chat. Another great professional wrestling show, and that's all I could ever ask for. JD and Jesse, now y'all rock the house. We always do, Tony Brown. Thank you so much, brother. Riff Ragnar with a 666 super chat. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Great show tonight. Shout out to Adam Cole, baby, for not mentioning those bums, Gallows and Anderson in his promos. Two useless jamokes. Yeah, they do look like background players. They're on this fucking show than they are on Impact. And they're the Impact Tag Team Champions. Yeah,
they could definitely use some less AEW TV time about now.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, look, the group is becoming like NWO huge when they get in the ring at one time. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Take those guys out. They can go back to Impact, defend those titles. And it's not that I don't want to see them again, but have them come run in and do something impactful when it's meaningful, not just be out there every fucking week.
Golden Boy with a $10 super chat with the possibility of Rotunda coming in. All the signings already, maybe KO in January after his contract is up. Possible other signings. Do you think AEW can become bloated? You and Jesse are awesome. I do think that some contract cuts will be coming to like the Librarian and a Sonny Kiss and a Joey Janela and guys like that. I mean, those guys are useless right now, so that's what I do think is going to happen. Or if Tony Khan, has contracts coming up, he's not going to bring those guys back.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. I mean, Tony Khan appears to be the kind of guy, he's not going to fucking fire you for budget cuts.
No.
Now, it doesn't mean that everybody gets re-signed. Maybe you'll get restructured. Maybe you'll make a little bit less. Maybe you won't be re-signed. But if he hired you to work and you fucking work, then you have a job.
Yep. Hooligan with a $5 super chat. AEW is basically teabagging Vince's face and doesn't have a clue. AEW is clearly the new place to be, and they have all the momentum. OTS for life. You know it, brother. You know it, man. Teabagging Vince's face. Hope AEW continues to do it.
Pushing the shit in, man.
Real Edward J with a $4.99 super chat. He leaves no message. Throw it in the tip jar, bro. Don't give it to me. I don't need it. Don't be shy around here, man. Brian Edwards with a $4.99 super chat. AEW is pro wrestling, and I'm excited for the future of it. You and I both, brother. Thank you. Lisa Lockhart with a Canadian $10 super chat. Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, Ruby Soho, my heart is full. That was the fastest 2 hours ever, wasn't it? Another great show, such a great company. Sending love from Canada for OTS, you and Jesse. Thank you, Lisa. Always appreciate it.
I saw the news of fucking Kevin Owens' contract, and I was sitting there like starting to hyperventilate. Like, I can't fucking take this shit, dude.
Too many, man.
He's gonna have to fucking stop siding people this fucking fast. I can't keep up with wrestling like this, man.
It's crazy. We got my boy Buddy. My boy Buddy becoming a new member in the venue, bro. What are you drinking, man? I'll see you in New York. Kings Agar, 94 with a UK 449 super chat. Sami Zayn contract is also ending in a few months from what I've been hearing, so perhaps Sami and Kevin will join AEW as Steen and El Generico. I don't know how Sami's going to have El Generico go for himself in AEW, but we'll see what happens, man.
I think it'd be hilariously fucking great. I really do. I mean, I don't want to see him out there playing two different gimmicks.
No.
But just keep him as El Generico for a while and all that other shit. And then when they come out and call him Sammy, like, who's Sammy? My partner is fucking El Generico. I mean, it could be fucking... we all know who he is. We're all fucking smart marks out there.
Yep.
But I don't want to see him playing like fucking, Blue Blazer type shit. But it'd be kind of fun to do. It'd be kind of fun to do. I do like that.
Saints 2025 with a $4.99 super chat. In July, Kevin Owens posted the longitude and latitude for Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
There you go. He knows what he's doing.
Everything. Yeah.
Paul David with a new membership to the venue. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for becoming a member. What are you drinking? I recommend some Jack Daniel's honey, man. I love it.
You like that stuff?
I do.
I do not like the honey Jack, man.
Grayman Media with a $5 super chat. Wasn't Triple H and Edge technically indie wrestlers before they worked in WCW? They did work in smaller promotions, even smaller than ECW was. Yes, but this is not back in the day when Triple H and Edge were on the brink of becoming superstars, bro. This is a different mentality in the E right now. They hate everybody indie.
Yeah.
Dave Melee with a $4.99 super chat. It might seem like it's a little crazy, but do you think we might be on the verge of another Monday Night War in the next few years? Well, Jericho thinks that AEW could beat Monday Night Raw in the next 4 to 6 months. I don't think that's the case at all, and I wouldn't even try it.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't try it because, again, we gave NXT grief for jumping on the Wednesday nights just to compete.
Yep.
So don't jump on the Mondays just to compete with Raw. But could they do it? Yeah. Yeah, they could. But I mean, let the fans enjoy it, bro. Keep the nights separate.
Paul David with a $5 super chat. Would it be nice if Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Adam Cole have this romantic storyline not only in AEW but in reality play out before our very eyes? No.
Already answered.
No. Please no. Keep that shit off TV.
No.
Paul Wu, once again, thank you for the $100 super chat, brother. And shout out to Paul Wu and his grandmother battling COVID-19. Once again, we hope all is going well and she is making a recovery. Paul Wu, thank you so much, brother. Tyler Brittingham with a $4.99 super chat. JD, do you think AJ Styles retires after his WWE run like he said, or do you think he will go to AEW? AJ Styles is not retiring after his WWE run. If anything, he gives 1 year to AEW, and then I could see him retire.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he can go work in AEW backstage. He doesn't have to fucking retire. He can retire in the ring.
I do think we get Styles versus Omega at some point before he retires.
Yeah.
CC Steven with a 20 bomb. Thank you so much, man. Hi, JD and Jesse. I agree with JD on this one. Owens is cut from the same cloth. He's a pro wrestler. Vince sat on a call and said he will give AEW more talent. If you're not Roman, Brock, or Cena, The Rock, he doesn't care.
Yeah, I could agree. I could see that. I really could. But like I said, it just feels like at some point Vince is gonna try to stop AEW from getting their elite monopoly when it comes to Owens, Balor, or AJ Styles.
Yeah. DV Acme with a $10 super chat. I don't think Vince will offer anyone more money. Vince's current policy is maximum profit with minimum expenditure. He might see having to offer more money to guys like KO as conceding defeat to AEW. I could absolutely see that as well.
Yeah.
Nathan Hexam with a $4.99 super chat. Saddest statement, as of Sunday, would not have a Peacock subscription if it wasn't for the Premier League football matches. Rest in peace, WWE. Nathan, I guess you're like Jesse and you don't like the cock.
Nope. I stopped using the cock, man.
There you go. Robert Lamoa with a $5 super chat. I just realized that AEW to Tony is like us playing with the wrestling action figures, but he gets to have real live wrestlers. I could see that. I saw also this video game, this AEW video game. They posted a new teaser of Jungle Boy and Darby in the ring. I'm liking what I see, man. You saw that?
Yeah.
That looks fucking awesome. I can't wait to jump in on that, man. I'm doing some nutty, crazy shit on stream with that shit.
The graphic, and again, let's not forget the best part of that game is that we're getting the old style controls to it.
Yep.
Man.
But Tony Khan is in the red, and the video game he's funding $10 million plus for the video game. That's great. Oh, how much? $10 million, $100 million. How much does he put into this video game?
It was 7 figures.
700. Okay, there you go.
No. I'm sorry. It was 10 million. It was 8 figures.
10 million. There you go. He'll recoup that as soon as the game's released.
His own personal money, not from the. I think that's important to say. Is that it's from his own personal money and not from the AEW budget.
Yep. And so you do realize that these next generation games are $69.99.
He'll get that money back.
Yeah.
Bro. Especially he's going back to the WCW NWO platform and everything else with Ukes and all that. Oh,
it's gonna be great. Dave Melee with a $4.99 super chat. I remember when Vince was no-selling WCW before the Monday Night Wars took off. He needs to be reminded of how close he was to losing. Bro, WWE's not close to losing anything. They're making more money now than ever before, but his creative is trash. That's the part he should be worried about, because if his creative was better, then more people would be watching it, and WWE would be making even more money.
They would. That's why I tell all the people who say, well, they're making all of this money. Well, imagine what they make if they were putting on good content.
Yeah. Imagine what types of crowds they'd be getting. Not like that fucking Miami crowd that was like half dead. Jesus Christ, you had a fucking pipe in the crowd noise. More than ever before, just to make sure that crowd was lively.
Let me tell you something. That one thing that I know Vince is envious of AEW that he'll never admit to. But AEW fans buy merchandise.
Clearly.
We buy merch, and a lot of it, bro. Clearly. A lot of it.
Biscuits 920. I'm buying that new Adam Cole Bay shirt, by the way.
Oh, 2 already.
Of course you did.
Already on the way. I already bought it. The second I got home, I bought it.
Biscuits 920 with a Australia Mite. $7.99 in Super Chat. JD and Jesse, could Malachi turn Cody heel at Grand Slam? Yes. Or will he be a babyface for a while longer and eventually turn heel? Either way, Cody needs to be heel.
Good.
Cody needs to be heel.
Just turn him heel or change the way he's being portrayed, because he's a dick.
Yeah,
such a dick, man.
Me Wilson with a $49.99 Super Chat. Thank you, Me Wilson. Always coming through. JD and Jesse, great review on OTS. So Bray Wyatt's contract money went to Gable Steveson. What a joke. Also, I would like to see Adam Cole versus Jay White. Also, JD, is Hog Wrestling a part of the Forbidden Door? Keep up the good work. Stay safe. Bray Wyatt's contract money went to Gable Steveson, yes. That's the type of guy that WWE wants with no prior knowledge or any pro wrestling background. They want to mold him into a fucking robot. Adam Cole versus Jay White. I don't really care for it. I'm not a big Jay White guy, but Jay White should be walking through the Forbidden Door for sure. Also, is Hog Wrestling a part of the Forbidden Door? I'll leave that up to my boy Brian XL. We're getting back to work soon, and some of the ideas that he's tossed around do include Forbidden Door ramifications. That's all I will say.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Julian with a $2 Super Chat. Dan Lambert, good on the mic. UFC and AEW Forbidden Door. Yeah, he's all right.
He's good, dude. He's fucking good.
Robert Lameau, order $5 Super Chat. If Europe is asking interest payment like $100K plus every time that song is played, then it's definitely not worth it. I have no idea what the
terms are. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there, but that would be ridiculous, and I don't blame Tony Khan at all for not wanting to pay the royalties for that song.
Yeah, and if Tony Khan is complaining that it's too expensive, I wholeheartedly believe him, because money has not been an issue to him.
No. Zetopia Productions with a $4.99 Super Chat. Hey, what was the loudest reaction at All Out? Bryan Danielson debut or Lucha Brothers kick out? Lastly, what are your thoughts on Bryan's new theme? The loudest reaction at All Outs?
Lucha kick out, or what else?
Danielson's debut.
The Lucha kick out was fucking amazing, because it was when Daniel Bryan comes out or when Adam Cole comes out, the fans are they are all on cue, and they all know what to do when these guys come out and make their debuts.
Yeah.
There was no sign or signal to tell us to get up and go fucking batshit crazy from a Lucha kickout, but it did, and we just all said, "That's it. Let's fucking go." It was the moment. Everybody just knew that if he kicks out of this, then they got a fucking chance. And he kicked out, and then everybody got on their feet and never sat back down for the rest of the fucking match.
Yep.
It was fucking great. That moment and that feeling alone was worth the money and how tired I was. It was worth the whole fucking ordeal for that one moment.
I don't even know. Thinking back to it, I think honestly the Lucha Bros winning the tag team championships was probably one of the biggest pops of the entire year.
It was so fucking good. It was so good. I mean, it was. I mean, look, I'm gonna preface this with this. Anytime I talk about a pop being so great and the best ever, it just means it was second to the Punk pop.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that was the biggest pop I've ever heard in my life, and I was there when Jericho debuted. So.
And Bryan's new theme, I don't mind it at all. It's just a new take on Flight of the Valkyries, which is fine.
Yeah, I like how it started and it reminded us of Flight of the Valkyries, so we knew right away who it was.
Yep. Susan D'Ambrosio with a $5 Super Chat. JD and Jesse, awesome review of Dynamite tonight. My thoughts and prayers go out to Triple H and his family. Thank you, Susan. Jeremy Lewis James with a $20 super chat. Hey, JD, Jesse, and the influx of mainstream talent that has and is set to join AEW. How do you see the company staying true to day one talent as well while only running 3 hours of live television a week minus Dark and Elevation?
Everybody does not have to be there every week.
No. That's the problem with Monday Night Raw, Jeremy. Everybody's there every week, and it's the same shit every week. This is why I've been absolutely bent on them just ending the brand split. It would be, I can't even begin to tell you how much fresher of a program it would be if we had no brand split. This brand split is killing, especially with all the releases now, it's killing the show. And they're still operating under like, oh, we need 2 brands because Fox and USA don't want to mingle. Fuck it.
Yeah.
AEW's doing it right. They don't need everybody on the show, and their day one talent is still being pushed. Sammy's still there. Darby Allin's over as ever. Jungle Boy is as over as ever. MJF is as over as ever. The Lucha Brothers were there since day one. They're tag team champions.
Yeah, if you guys notice, when you know the big names come in, they have not come in and taking over. It's not okay. Now you're gonna see, you know, just Punk versus Bryan, and then just no, they're coming in and they're attaching themselves to what Daniel Bryan has said multiple times, the day one guys, because they are the reason I am here. They are the originators, and they are the reason this company is succeeding.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. That was a very good question, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Ani, we got a new member in the chat. Ani, thank you so much, bro. What are you drinking, man? If you do drink. We do have some club soda and Pepsi as well if you guys want non-alcoholic beverages, but I would not recommend them. Only mixing Coke and Jack Daniels is okay to me.
Yeah.
Willie Martin with a $10 super chat. Don't know if you guys saw yesterday, but while WWE is taking Twitch away from Stars, AEW Games announced they'll be releasing a Twitch channel showing Stars streaming on their personal Twitch accounts. Go figure.
Perfect. And I bet AEW can still monetize that too.
Yep.
And while the individual wrestlers still monetize on their end.
Yep.
Everybody fucking wins.
Yep. Look at that, Bruce. How come you get to stream your podcast, but you can't have these other people do it?
Exactly.
Fucking slob. Jay Ray with a $20 super chat. Hey, JD, just wanted to respond to the Nick Hausman media scrum story. You are a boss type and Nick is an employee type. Small minds can't see the bigger picture. Hausman wishes 5,000 people would listen to his dumb takes. Hausman sucks, bro. I appreciate you, Jay Ray. He looked at me, well, you got 5,000 people. What media outlet are you with? I'm JD, bitch. Come on, bro. Even Sapp didn't get 5,000 people, and he was standing right next to me. Raymond James with a $15 super chat. Tonight was my first live AEW show in person. Hopefully more to come. JD and Jesse, keep up the good work and save us from this WWE garbage. I try, man.
Try.
Jesse's not even watching the garbage anymore. He's just removed himself from it completely.
Completely, bro. I'm serious. I took it off my DVR setting, recording.
Ani Rudhan with a $125 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Great job with the recaps and reviews. You guys do an awesome job. I'm glad to be here multiple times a week. Keep it up, guys. The passion for both of you is infectious. This is a community I am glad to be a part of. Thank you again, man. J Ray with a $5 super chat. JD, we the OTS family are your outlet, and we support you and sincerely appreciate you for all that you do, especially watching Raw for us. LOL. I wish I didn't have to, but I have to. That Raw was awful last Monday. Well, this past Monday. Awful, awful, awful stuff. Prodigy RKO with a $10 super chat. Jersey is likely sold out for Dynamite next week. Shame I can't meet the legend that is JD. Well, I'm not going to the show, Prodigy, so it is what it is. However, I'll try to rep the OTS family and keep it 100% for all of us. Much love from the Discord side. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy that show next week. AEW puts on incredible live experiences.
They do.
We got a $50 super chat from Please Behave. Acknowledge your tribal chief. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Please behave. Appreciate you, bro. Ricardo Linnell with a $10 super chat. Love the show. Love you guys. But Jesse, JD's right on this one. In my opinion, Roman's run is more significant than Hulk Hogan's run. I don't know about that. Come on, man.
See, you almost had a point, and then you put your foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. He's more significant than Hogan's run, bro? Come on. Hogan had the title for 4 years.
Look, Roman has had a career year. I don't think anything he does in the future will outshine what he did in his first year as the tribal chief. It's not to say that it's going to go to shit. Well, if my money's on WWE, it will. But at his peak, this was his best work ever. Ever. So I'm going to debate that Kenny had a better year, kayfabe-wise. But if you debate it's Roman, I can see that point.
That is the kind of work he's doing for the Universal title. Hashtag acknowledge. He's doing great work, bro, but he's not on the level of Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry. CC Steven with a $10 super chat. I think both of you are correct. Wyatt will be a heel and take over the Dark Order and pick up where Brody left off after Paige. And Paige will feud with the Elite. JD. Jesse is right. Kenny deserves #1 spot. See, it's back and forth.
Yeah. And Brody himself couldn't go full heel in Dark Order. He was a fucking tweener.
Yep, and he was great at it.
He was great. He was fucking great. I think Wyatt comes in as another tweener, and they work from there. You can't turn this guy heel. He's too beloved.
Dwayne Cruz with the $4.99 super chat. Who has Roman built by holding that belt? Because besides the Usos, where's Cesaro? Where's Owens? Finn will lose and be irrelevant. Golden Glove, Golden Shovel. Dwayne, it's not about building anybody. It's about building Roman and whoever hopefully WWE has in the pipeline, which they don't right now, which scares the living shit out of me. That's who's going to be the next guy, but they don't have that guy.
Look, if we're talking real life, Roman should be making more stars than he's not. Yeah. He's made the Usos. But for the discussion of the PW Insider list, making new stars is not a part of kayfabe.
Listen, it's not even that he's not made new stars. Everybody he's been in the ring with has been better for it. It's WWE that does nothing to follow up on the Owens and the Cesaro and the Bryan and the Edge and all this other shit. They don't.
Cesaro should be a bona fide main eventer.
Kevin Owens should be a main event guy on SmackDown. Where the fuck's he been? Did you see what he's done with Roman? 3 fucking shows in a row?
Yep.
He's proven he's a main event guy. They dropped the ball.
Killed it. I mean, they killed it with Roman, and then after they were done with that feud, they didn't keep investing. So yeah, WWE's fault.
Mecky McLendon with a $4.99 super chat. JD was right with the Roman point. I love Kenny, but Roman is the best character in the business, and without Roman, WWE would be completely unwatchable.
Roman's character is better than Kenny's character. I'll say that. But the kayfabe PWI list is not just character, but Roman's character over this last year has been #1 in the world.
Julian with a $5 super chat. Ospreay versus Moxley, Revolution 21. Revolution 2022, you mean. Book it, Tony. I have no complaints there. CJ with a $5 super chat. PWI list dates July 2020 to June 2021. Roman returned late August 2020. So it's right in line. He had a whole year to do what he did.
Yeah, it's long enough. Look, I still say it's Kenny. I can pull out some kayfabe reasons why I think it's Kenny, but that's the beauty of kayfabe, man. It's not real. We can kind of fantasy twist it in our own words on what we saw and everything else, and you can debate it. But it's a close race. I'd even venture to say this is the closest 1-2 race in the PWI list I've ever seen.
Yeah. Also, speaking of the PWI list, shout out to my boy Cashflow Ken Broadway, who made the list this year. House of Glory talent, I hope, when we get back to business. But shout out to Charles Mason, too, also House of Glory talent, both on the PWI top 500. Hopefully, in the years to come, they move up and up into the double digits. Awesome stuff there. Shout out to both of you guys. I love you both. Can't wait to get back to work with you. We got an Alexander Kelly PayPal super chat for $3. Thank you, Alexander Kelly. Fox Guillen with a $4.99 super chat. Kenny Omega alone create a buzz around promotions that don't usually have it, while also increasing pay-per-view buy rates for Impact while he was the champ.
Not kayfabe.
There you go. Robert Lamo with a $5 super chat. Looks like AEW took the title away. WWE, the best talent roster in the world. Yes, AEW's roster is better. Mono Floyd with a Chilean pesos 5,000. Thank you, brother. Hi, JD. I've been following you since 2017. I always have appreciated your honest takes on WWE. And since AEW was born, you always said they would be a big player. You were right. Respect. Listen, man, I follow what I love, and I love AEW. I love WWE, too, to an extent, but they're dropping the ball, man. They're fucking terrible right now. They're like a bad baseball team that can't win championships, man. It's awful. But, yeah, Jesse, I'm sorry.
Aaron Ethan in the chat has a pretty damn good idea.
What is it?
AEW Forbidden Door sounds like a fantastic name for a pay-per-view. What if we have a cross-promotion pay-per-view, Forbidden Door, AEW against, in that particular pay-per-view, against other promotions' top talent?
I like it. My mouse died. I love that. Yeah. I think that's awesome.
That's a pretty damn good idea. I would love that.
I can't go down my super chats. No, oh no, my battery died in my mouse. Oh
you
no,
got a wireless mouse. What?
I got yeah. One of the how the fuck do I open this thing? This is what I need to do. This is what I need to upgrade.
You got a tab and arrow key.
I got a tab and an arrow key. Let me see.
You get tab over to the part you're looking for and use the arrow key to scroll.
I can't even find the fucking tab key. Where the fuck? Oh. There you go. Oh, there you go. I'm lowering the volume. What the fuck is going on? Okay, I got it. There you go. Look at me. I got it. Sorry guys for the mishap here. Mouse problems.
Here.
Yeah, professional streamer here. Yeah. Mono Floyd, thank you, brother. Robert Lamo, a $5 super chat. Hey, JD and Jesse, since there's a gang warfare in AEW, which faction would you guys join?
I hate gang warfare in wrestling.
Yeah, I don't like gang war. I'm joining Los Boricuas.
Yeah.
That's who I'm joining.
He definitely lost that war.
Kal-El with a $5 super chat. I have not been so excited to watch wrestling in years. I actually set my DVR now. Get well, Triple H. Mustangs rule. Good night, fellas. Thank you, Kal-El. DV Acme with a $5 super chat. Count all the folks that had an appearance on today's Dynamite. It's easily around 40, 50 people. 3-hour Raw doesn't even have half that.
Well, the same people on it 3 fucking times in the show.
Yeah. You got guys wrestling double duty on Raw.
We saw Nia Jax 3 fucking times last time I watched Raw.
Nia Jax shouldn't be seen 3 times in a fucking 6-month period.
Yeah.
Francisco Coronado with a $2 super chat. I love the venue, but I also miss seeing Sephiroth. Oh, don't worry, you'll be seeing him soon. I may be dressed as him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Kal-El with a $5 super chat. Hey, did I miss your opinion on the CM Punk Taz dispute? Yes, you did, brother. I thought it was quite entertaining. About to finish my Guinness and lay it down. I thought the segment was great.
Yeah.
Clinton Jackson with a $5 super chat. Big ups, JD and Jesse. Loving the straight facts. No chaser. JD, bro, we need to get you sipping on some nice aged rums. Smooth like Vince's tears. LOL. Give me some nice smooth rums, bro. Nice aged rums. Love it. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Free Kevin Steen, he says. Free him. He'll be free in a couple of months. Ricardo Linnell with a $5 super chat. Fastest 2 hours of TV tonight and the best podcast in the IWC. You know it, brother. Love seeing Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, and CM Punk add an already stacked roster. Respect. Hollywood guy with a $5 super chat. If AEW goes to Jersey, will we see Matt Cardona? Your thoughts? Probably not. It does make sense, though. Ryuf Wildfire with a $4.99 super chat. That Lucha Brother entrance at All Out was one of the best entrances in AEW history.
That was hype.
It was awesome.
Phoenix on top of the fucking cage. Oh my God, it's great.
Randy B with a $5 super chat. What's up if... What does he say? What's up JD and Jesse, shout out to you guys for making Wednesday even better with these reviews, and you guys are awesome. Thank you, Randy B. John Tanner, 12 with a Canadian 99-cent super chat, bro. Put it in the tip jar, man. Not even worth my time. Jeff Smith with a $25 super chat. Can't wait for the AEW game. It's from the creators of SmackDown vs. Raw series. Got my Punk shirt today and ordered my Cole shirt Monday when it went on sale. Cole's new theme is a banger. Keep up the great work. As always, JD. Thank you, Jeff. I still got to get my Punk shirt in the mail, and I got to order my Cole Bebe shirt.
Better hurry up.
Bushi Clementine with a $5 super chat. Evening, gents. Was I the only one that caught Sting Flair vibes from the Punk Darby match? Solid old school storytelling with a modern twist. Flair Sting? I didn't think that at all, bro. I thought more Bret Hart versus 1, 2, 3 Kid. Mr. Griffin with a $50 super chat. Was there live tonight. Crowd was hot all night. Love you, man. And don't forget CM Punk, Adam Cole, and Bryan Danielson are not big losses. Of course they're not. I mean, nope. Who thinks losing them is just, whatever, man. It's unbelievable. Thank you, Griffin. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, man. Tonight, man. It was awesome. And Cliff Go with a $5 super chat. Hey, guys, which was the better tag team match in AEW history? Bucks, Omega Page, or Lucha Brothers Bucks? Both matches were fire. Scintillating. I'm going with the Lucha Brothers, bro. Going with the Lucha Brothers. Best tag team match in AEW history. One of the best steel cage matches of all time. Guys, we're about to get out of here, man. That's it. That is everything. We had a great show tonight. 3,100 plus in the venue on a Wednesday night for a random episode of Dynamite, man. We're doing bigger numbers than SmackDown.
Looks like you're watching some Wrestle Talk podcast there, buddy.
Excuse me, what?
No, 1,500. Don't excuse me. You said. So, just to make sure that we keep you honest, let me know which one you're watching so I can make sure I question you on if you watched it or not.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you know on that night.
Hey, man.
I'll let you know on that night. If I got to hear more Omos, Omos and Lashley or like Hogan and Warrior type comments, man, you can save it.
So bad.
Save it. Even what's his name? Even what's his name? Luke Owens? What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he quote tweeted me. He's like, "Thanks for watching." I ain't watching you, bro. You could get all your fucking brainless IQ geeks to fucking tweet me, bro. I don't give a shit. Give me a break.
Public enemy number one.
Whatever, man. It's what happens when you fucking make stupid ass comments like that. I gotta fucking throw it in your face. We don't say stupid shit here.
See, who's the heel now? Not me.
Captain Soul.
I actually sat and had a nice little convo with El Facador.
Oh yeah?
No, it wasn't El Facador. I'm sorry, I take that back. It was the NXT guy. It was Lori Blake.
Dave Melee with a $4.99 super chat. I love Britt's catering comment to Ruby Soho. I love the subtle jabs at WWE. And Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Roman Reigns was booed out of the building his entire babyface run. These people comparing him to Hulk Hogan are insane. He's not there yet. Yeah, not yet. Anyway, guys, we're about to get out of here. I appreciate all of you, man. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you for the super chats. Go check out all the other videos on the channel. Follow me and Jesse on social media. You see our ads right there. I'm JD from NY206. Make sure you guys go check out joinhoney.com/offthescript. And I will see you back on Friday live inside the OTS venue for SmackDown and Rampage. We got Andrade, El Idolo, and Pac in the main event. Guys, I need two things from me, man. Number one, I need those guitar emojis in the chat. Number two, I need that music on max as soon as that guitar solo comes in. Jesse and I get in the Mustang. I got a PC to go pick up tomorrow. It's going to be great. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the night. I'll see you back Friday on Off the Script for SmackDown and Rampage. See you guys later.